Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Champions League. Last night was Premier League, and we said in race week notes that this track might be a bit of a respite for the drivers. A lot wider, hopefully a lot less mistakes, a lot more racing room. But no, last night I think only 11 cars finished. I've crashed out in my race as well in the championship on Thursday, so it just proves, I said last night, it's not actually about having more space to race, because the racing has been absolutely fantastic this season. There's not been any huge crashes or anything really. It's just about the curbs and individual errors. All 9 DNFs last night, all individual crashes. People spin on their own. Good evening to Lynx. Good evening to DJ Death Dragon. And Nunda's in the comments as well. Yeah, comments bot, as we call him. And Chalker's saying you need to pick your car. Yeah, Nunda does need to pick. It doesn't matter anyway, because there's only one car left, so it's stick him in that anyway by itself. We're all good to go. It's past, and we've got 20 drivers in the lobby, so let's all flash our ready up thing so we can show the drivers on in the stream that we're all good to go. Tends to happen quite a lot. We say ready up, and there's people just sat there not readying up. Check DM, Jake. Oh, I'm now looking. Oh shit, I'm coming through on game chat. Yep, sorry. I'm usually have Bradfield with me, don't I? So I'm usually in a party, but obviously I'm not tonight. So you could have just said it in Twitch chat, Jake. Should be done. The curbs are broken, and yeah, you're right, absolutely. Any curb you hit it wrong, you can spin, which is crazy. The game's just not right at all, is it? But it makes for an interesting, entertaining race all the time, doesn't it? I don't know what people are waiting for. Let's go. We'll sit here all night at this rate. Whilst we're waiting, we just had Brentford Liverpool on. That was a great, entertaining game, that is. I mean, disappointed to come away with it from a point. There was some poor defending from our side, but yeah, it was a great game from a neutral point of view to watch, I could imagine. And yeah, top of the league for Liverpool at least, which is good, but disappointing not to get a win. I tell you, any team going to Brentford this season is going to really struggle to dominate, because they're just, the way they play with the two up top, Tony and Mbuemo. A brilliant team. Anyway, we're going to focus on the F1 now, because we've got 10 readying up, so that means we are all set to go. We'll go through the grid when we get into the lobby, because I don't think I'll have enough time to if I start now. The flat curbs on the entry to the chicane, you can randomly bounce and get, yeah, Nunda in sector 2. We've seen that with a lot of drivers. I've said in race week notes, do not go side by side there. We saw a couple of cars go side by side there yesterday. It didn't end very well. I think Knowlesy and Cowie were there as well, and it ruined both their races a bit, didn't it? Yeah, let me have a quick look. What turn is it? I can't remember. It is, yeah, turn 11, 12 and 13 through there. You hit one curb, it just bounces you over and into the wall if you're not careful. Arsenal in the mud, saying Lynx. Yeah, well, like I say, Tottenham Arsenal tomorrow. If Tottenham win, I think they're 6 clear of Arsenal, but a win for Arsenal would be mid-table. 3 wins in a row it'd be then. So yeah, I mean, still give them a chance at Europa League, but Tottenham Arsenal, it's not a top 4 game anymore, is it? I even look at the way they're both playing at the moment. Leicester not had a great start to the season, but I think Everton and West Ham at the moment are better than Tottenham and Arsenal going by this season so far. Obviously West Ham in the Europa League, and Tottenham and Arsenal aren't. Well, they're in the Conference League, whatever it's called, but Brighton's go tops by saying V Robbie. Yeah, of course, Brighton play on Monday, actually. I think they're away to Palace on Monday, so it's not an easy game. But no game's easy in this league, unless you're playing a shitty little team called Norwich City. Anyway, it is dry, as you'd expect in Abu Dhabi, but you never know. As I said yesterday, in ALR we had a wet race a couple of seasons ago in Abu Dhabi, which was one strange thing. Time to go through the grid then. We'll start with Mercedes. We've got V Robbie and Sam Swift, the 2 full-time drivers. Got a lot reserved in tonight. Menace Max is retired. Yeah, he is a reserve. Lots of reserves in tonight. Some Champions League drivers not quite meeting that 75% attendance rule at the moment. But obviously, yeah, we'll have a little look into that. And if there's people that want full-time seats, they're obviously in with a chance of getting them. Go back to where we're going then. V Robin, Sam Swift. Ferrari got Blaze reserving. Now Blaze, he's done I think he did a couple of races, didn't he, under WNR a couple of seasons ago, but good to see he's back with us. I think he's found a lot of pace as well since he's been away. He's partnering Laggy Old Nunda. In the Red Bull we've got Chalkers, and then we've got young Tommy reserving the Red Bull today. And yeah, he is obviously McLaren driver in the Premier League, but he's standing in for Troye. Then we go to McLaren, we've got Lynx, and we've got Shadows who's in for German tonight. Next team we'll go to Alpine. We've got Siege and Sloth, ever present Siege and Sloth, really consistent team, turn up to every race as well. Love that Alpine team, doing really well. Aston Martin, we've got Death Dragon, Black Box, again both of them turn up to the race as usual. Alpha Tauri, Jake the Slayer's reserving, and Menace Max is reserving. So yeah, both Sean and Arda not racing tonight. Alfa Romeo, we've got KD and Dylan, another couple of reserves. Sly Guy and Sully both pulled out this morning, unfortunately, so that's a real loss to the race, I think, isn't it? Haas, we then got Andenge, who's in that seat full time now. Dan Murphy's also reserving tonight, and yeah, he's retired as well as Max. And in the Williams, we've got Crazy Bill, and Knowlesy is reserving in the Williams as well. So yeah, Dan Murphy and Max already decided to retire to start at the back. Obviously just reserving, so they can't push it too hard. You don't want to be, obviously if you're at fault for a big incident reserving, as Bradfield found out last week when he took, of course, a big crash for Sloth, didn't he? And the Sloth just crashed. Sloth's just crashed. He's gone out on the intermediates, I don't know why. And he's found out not to do that ever again. He's crashed coming out of turn 3. That's strange, that from Sloth. I don't know what on earth he's done there. His car's been cleared already. There's a Red Bull in his lap though, that's Chalker, so watch Chalker's on his lap. Yeah, he's just deadly coming out of turn 2 and 3. But that is a really poor mistake from Sloth. I don't know why he came out on the inters. I think he's not going to think about doing that again. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, if reserve calls a big incident, you get a free race ban for reserving in the league. Yeah, Bradfield found that out last week, but which is obviously people reserving. Chalkers actually on the laps, he's not even the DRS. When you're reserving, obviously we've got to focus on the people who are actually racing in the league, fighting for points. Appreciate people that do reserve. Obviously without reserves we'd only have 11 tonight, so big thank you to everyone that is stepping and reserving. Yeah, of course they can race, and of course I'm not going to ask them to not race or anything, but if there's any desperate moves, there's obviously no need for that. But Death Dragon, he's improved, hasn't he, so much over the last few weeks. On his wheel now, he's comfortable with it. He's picked up a few points as well, and with a lot of reserves being from lower leagues today, I think another opportunity for him to pick up some big points, especially with it being another expected DNF fest with the amount of spins you're going to get. And what we've seen, already got a driver that's third in the standings, is already out on his outlapping quali. Even all saying mushroom into mushroom. Lynx saying he's going to go race. I don't think Lynx will even need to set in a proper lap. Already 3 cars out, possibly even more. Siege. Has Siege just retired in the pits? He has. Has he got a full quali ban or something? I'm not quite sure. See Death Dragon about to cross the line. It's been a really tidy lap. 1:36.0. Siege got a full quali ban. No, he hasn't. So I'm not sure why Siege just retired in the pits. It's a strange one there. He wants to start at the back. He might still get through, you know, if 2 more drivers crash out or decide not to set a lap. A couple of reserves might not want to set a lap. So Q1 might be a bit boring, in fact, because there's already so many cars out. There's already 4 out. Just only 1 more space. And for a driver to go out. Blaze going out in the mediums, so it might indicate he wants to start on the softs. KD's about to complete lap, incredibly quick. Championship driver, but plays some drivers a lot higher than that, and his 4 attempts already clear. Death Dragon, good time there from him. Mercedes is next, it's just V Robbing on an outlap. Chalkers a bit further back. 2 Ferraris both out on the outlap as well, so Chalkers is going to be the next driver, even to Kieran as well. Whilst we're watching Chalkers lap, he's not had the best of luck, is he, so far? Ferrari's just going slowly there, preparing his outlap. He's not had the best of luck so far, Chalkers, is he? He's got 8 points on the board. He'll have 1 decent race, but he's been unlucky in a couple as well. But he's 15th in the standings, ahead of Nunda and Konal. Konal's in a lot of trouble. Out the way, I'm just going slow. Yeah, Konal's in trouble, not racing again tonight. Death Dragon 18th for 2 points. So, yeah, again, chance then to pick up some more, and we've got a Ferrari. Is that Blaze or Nunda? It's Blaze. I think, I don't know if it's spun or whether he's just getting out of the way. He's got a full front wing, so I think it's okay. Chalkers went up to P2, by the way. He's only a 10th off KD. It's a good time. And I've really just seen, yeah, who was that? And Dame's going to P4. There we go. About second off the pace where KD has set his time. Next we've got Aston Martin's Death Dragon just coming into the pits. Yeah, I think KD and Chalkers are safely through already, aren't they, really? Going to have Mercedes next. It's going to be V-Lobby. Yeah, back to the stands anyway. Black Box leads with 98 points. See DNF in Netherlands last week. First of the season for him, but he still leads by 11 points. Lynx is in second. Sloth then 75, so Sloth has fallen off over the last couple of weeks. And of course, it's not been the best of starts today, is it, for him? Sly Guy and Arda are then 4th and 5th, but with them both not racing tonight. And we've then got Gurman, Sully, Vice Shang, Epic the Animal in the top 10. Sam is in 6th, so Sam Swift up in 6th. He's got a great chance to put away from those tonight. With only 4 of the top 10 racing tonight. You're going to need consistency if they want to stay there. They're not going to have consistency if they're not racing all the time. Yellow flag. Oh, and VVP Robbie goes fastest. What a lap. 1:35.3. Again, he's not really got going yet as he V Robbie, but another great opportunity for him to pick up some decent points. We saw Plotters lose it there, didn't we? Coming out of the final corner yesterday, crashed in the race. Nunda goes up to P1. 1:35.2. It's a great time there from Nunda. I think he'll be safely through with that. Hopefully his internet holds up in the race. Black Box now starting that. We'll go through with the championship leader. Wide line going into turn 1. Possibly a little too wide there. Might have to pick the apex and open inside. Maybe he's just staying off the curves. Might not be pushing it to the limit, knowing he's probably going to be through already. So easy to lose that rear end there. He wasn't far off doing it there. Little left, takes a lot of the curve, builds his 1:35.2. He's now fastest. Stay off that curve on the left, it will cost you. Is he going for a wide line? He cuts in nicely. I'd personally clip the apex there, but and again, these drivers are a lot quicker and a lot better than I am. Fancy a Black Box podium, saying King. Yeah, not quite sure if he likes this track too much or not. Obviously, we didn't speak. We usually speak to him, don't we, in the commentary box? But after DNF on that one last week, we didn't. It was a racing incident. Nothing was reported by Black Box. Deep braking, so he locks up quite a lot there and takes a wide line, bit of correction, staying. Oh, he's taking a lot of the curve. He's opted to take the curve there. Black Box yellow flag just for the car get out of the way. Yeah, we usually speak to Black Box each week on the podium, don't we? But obviously last week we didn't. As we said, yeah, he didn't report anything. That incident was Sam, so yeah, it was deemed a racing incident in the end, which is, yeah, I think Black Box was happily seeing it that way as well. It's been a really neat turn 11, 12 and 13 there. Didn't take too much of the curve, got through there beautifully. Oh, he even got the bottle to try and take a lot of that curve as well. Can easily spin you. Love that little curve there. You gain so much time, swing out wide, bring it back in, almost 4 wheels over. Don't want to clip too much of that inside curve. It can easily push you into the wall. It nearly did push Black Box in the wall. That can catch people out in the race. Sam goes up to P4. This is where I crashed on Thursday. Sam up to P4, 1:35.5. Looking good for Mercedes so far. Black Box back to cross the line. He's splitting the Mercedes. 1:35.4. Couple of attempts off the field, but no, Black Box saved the best for Q3, and then more importantly saves his ultra best for the race. Dylan is on a lap, so he is looking to qualify. He's a bit further back. We've got Williams next to her. I think that's Bill just on in lap, and it is. So you've got to watch out for this pit lane as well. I've seen no one done it yet, but so easily crash into the pit lane. I still don't know why CJ retired. DJ Death Dragon, your game sound is a bit loud compared to your mic volume. What, so you want to hear me even louder? Oh God, I'm sure about that. Hang on, let me listen to it for a minute. Let me listen. Let me turn my game sound down. Alright then. Hang on. Oh, settings. Hopefully we don't miss anything. Hopefully, I don't think there's nothing going on anyway. At the moment, seeing as I've already got forecasts out, audio settings, master volume. How's that? Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Oh, I'm quiet compared to the game. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, the game's quieting down a little bit, so should be able to hear me more. Let me know. Sam, oh, he's ghosting. I don't know if he's just had a spin, Sam. Well, he's got no damage, so he might have just been getting out of the way. There's no cars around. I'm sure he'll be. He's going for another lap as well. We've seen this before, but my car's going for laps, so you don't need to. And actually, you know, crashing. I mean, I did it on Thursday. I was safety through. I went for another practice lap and I spun. Let us know, Death Dragon, how I sound. That's okay. Lynx and Shadows, both McLaren's on their out laps now. Tommy and Blaze both on laps. Let's have a look. Yeah, Blaze must have aborted. Tommy's in the pits, so Made a mistake on his lap. And who is that Mercedes going off there? It must be Sam. And he's rolling backwards. He's got to get that turn around before it tells him he's disqualified. Again, he's spun coming out of turn 3. He's got it going again. Thankfully for him. We'll watch Blaze then. 57.7 coming through sector 2. That's quick. Yeah, not pushing it too hard, but you don't want to push it too hard through 11 and 12, because if you do and get onto that curve too much, it's just going to throw you off onto the curve behind and into the wall. This is the first race this season I've actually had time to create a setup saying that, well, it's paying off for him. He's up in P2, it's a great time. Blaze lucky not to invalidate there, he almost went 4 wheels wide. It's obviously paying off for Nunda, creating his own setup, because look, P2, and he keep it up for the race. So anyway, his teammate might look to knock him off that P2 now. Blaze crosses the line, and he does, by nearly a tenth to Crazy Bill. Lovely lap there from Blaze. We got McLaren's Shadows just throwing out that. Lynx is on his lap down sector 2, or what's Lynx? And what a driver Lynx is. Last week, of course, winning the race by 0.044 over Sully. That was an incredible sprint to the line, wasn't it? Brilliant battle between them two. Obviously, we didn't get to see it because I got kicked from the lobby, and then it doesn't allow the host back in. But yeah, Jake is like, oh, don't think you can do that, Lynx. He didn't like that lap, did he? I don't even know if he was actually on a lap when we were watching, but oh well. We'll watch his teammate instead, because he is definitely on a lap. And we join in where we joined Lynx early on as well. Going through turn 5. Or turn 6, sorry. Andeng's also on a lap. Andeng's on 136.5 at the moment. That might not be enough. He might be the driver in danger. But we don't know if Jake or Tommy are going to set laps. Knowlesy's out on an out lap, so I think he's going to be looking to set a lap. But yeah, young Tommy's still in the pits. He has been out on the track, but not too sure. Anyway, Shadows then, championship driver reserve. He had a good race here, didn't he? Could have been more for Shadows on Thursday night, but yeah, we still got some decent points out of it though, didn't he? In the McLaren. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. He's backed off, so his time will be safe. It's not been invalidated, so he's lucky in that way. Go Shadows into the braking zone then. It's so easy to run wide there. You've got to be careful. There's a car in front of you there in the race. In the braking zone, you've got to brake that tad earlier, haven't you? Yeah, Bill's back out on the track as well, so he's going for another lap. He's got to be careful, it's very risky. Shadows now back across the line. Will he be same time as Andenge? Be around a 136, I reckon, for him. It's a 136.0. There we go. Exactly a 136.0. Shadows in P10. It's ahead of Death Dragon as well, so it's a good lap from Shadows. And we did see him have a little wobble. We'd lost a couple of temps through sector 2. As Crazy Bill just had an off, or was that Knowlesy? It's Knowlesy, so Knowlesy's obviously made a mistake there. He's invalidated lap now. Lynx is now going again. Really pushing the limits. Locks up a little bit as well. Won't affect him too much though. And again, nicely through 11 and 12. Clips that inside curb. Makes it look effortless, Lynx. But trust me, traction off round here. I found out the hard way. It's so hard. I don't know how to do it, especially on a pad Lynx as well. Yeah, this is going to be a top time by the looks of it. He was incredibly quick in Australia a couple of weeks, so really quick in Netherlands last week as well, obviously getting the win. This lap's looked absolutely superb for him. Can he top Blaze though? Can he get into 134s even? He's about to cross the line, Lynx. Yes, he can. He's the 134.9. We said it was a good lap. He's a couple of attempts and a bit quicker than Blaze. Lynx is up into P1. Chalkers and KD, I think, are going for another lap. So I think they might be okay with that. It's the ones with the 136s that are in trouble at the moment. Jake Desailly's out on the track. Tommy's on a lap. Don't really want to touch that curve too much. Knowlesy, as we know, is invalidated. But watch young Tommy then. In the Red Bull. A quick look through these drivers then to see if there's any landmarks late. This is race number 49 for Siege. So next week is going to be the big number 50 for Siege. And then we don't know why he retired in the pits. He didn't have a quali ban or anything. He's maybe just choosing to start towards the back. But his teammate didn't choose to start towards the back. He crashed out on the track. See, Dan Murphy and Menace Max going to be out as well. Mind you, 2 of Slayer, Tommy and Knowles. He needs to set times for Siege to be out, of course. He is 14th currently with just 2.5 minutes left. Knowles, he's still in the pits as well. Tommy's on lap now. Oh, nearly went 4 balls over there. He's lucky not to invalidate. In those 48 races so far for Siege, 3 wins, 17 podiums. Incredibly consistent, isn't he? Young Tommy on a decent lap from what we've seen. Not made any mistakes. And again, if Tommy sets a decent lap at his pace, you'd think he'd be okay to get through. Dylan's retired the pits. Yeah, Dylan thinks he's safe that time, and I totally agree with him then. Chalkers, I don't think he managed to improve. KD's coming to the pits, but they are definitely safe now. The top 10 are definitely safe. Tommy's up to the top 10. There we go in P10. He is safe now. There's 5 cars below that retired. So top 10 can just come in the pits and know that they are safe. Shadows, I think, is going again, and he's down his time, I think. But this is where he lost time on his lap, so he might be able to gain a few temps in the final sector. There we go, seeing Links and Phil. We just see Pit retire now, top 10, so they know they're safe. Jake Desai is not safe though, he needs to get a lap set. And Knowlesy, I'm not quite sure if he's going to come out or not. I think we have the 40-second glitch, but I'm not 100% sure, and Knowlesy is out of the pit. So there we go, we are still in about 2 minutes. We do have that 40-second glitch, so there's about 2 minutes left on the clock. Knowlesy will have time for one more attempt at setting a lap. Race number 40 for Sloth tonight. 7 wins, 19 podiums. Only one of those wins been in the Champions League this season, of course, but obviously in the Championship last year, which was our second tier, him and Vice Sheng had the epic battle, didn't they, for the title. That was absolutely incredible. And Jake Desai does got the 15th with the 1:36.8, but he is a driver in danger, because if Knowlesy sets a decent time, Jake Desai will be the one out, so Jake will be pushing this, he will be going again. Then we go through the comments. Blackbox saying, I think Lynx is using my world record time trial setup here. Blackbox has got the world record. No way. I've not looked through that. Losha saying, is this a commentator stream? Not sure what it means. Then the same 1 minute left. Yep, we have got the 40-second glitch. Because Knowlesy will make it in time. Jake the Slayer is going again. As we see. Look at me up there in P4 saying, Nanda. Yeah, I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked, Nanda. But he's obviously worked hard to get himself a decent setup, and that clearly makes a difference. And Danger's going to get on fresh softs, by the way, so he thinks he's still in danger. We've got Mercedes, and as Vivo, he's had a spin, he's facing the wrong way. And that's the risk of going for another lap when you don't need to. You can easily crash out. Jake the Slayer slightly down his time. We have now got the checkered flag. And is that a genuine checkered flag? Yeah, Knowlesy's managed to start his lap before it anyway, so I don't know if we have got the glitch, you know. Chalker saying, not a great Q1. He's through. You're through. That's what matters. You are through. Is the guy hosting racing or just talking? Well, I'm talking. I'm commentating. I'm not racing though. I'm watching them race. A lot better than I could race, that's for sure. After I crashed out the other day. That's, I think, pretty safe to say. Anyway, Jake the Slayer then. Can he improve in his time? Can he get ahead of Andenge at least? Can he get close to Death Dragon? He's about to cross the line. No, he can't. He gains a 10th. But he's still 15th, so it's all down between Knowlesy and Jake the Slayer. Now, one of these is going to be going out. Knowlesy's on a lap. Not sure how quick it's going to be because, of course, he's not set a lap yet in this session. But we'll see. Can he knock Jake the Slayer down? Blaze has just set a 1:34.8, so he's crossed the line and gone quicker than Lynx. So that's interesting for Q3. Could be a great battle between them two. It's looking like they'll be the top two at the moment, but we focused on Knowlesy. Messed up the chicane. Could have been 3 attempts quicker, saying Jake. He wouldn't have been through with that anyway, because Andenger's just gone up to P5, 1:35.3. Jake the Slayer would probably need to be a lot quicker to get through, because Knowlesy's on a blistering lap. Well, not blistering, but it's a top lap. He had some great pace here yesterday as well. He got P5 in his Premier League race, of course, and a crash with Cowie and spun, didn't he? So it could have been a lot more. We'll see what Knowlesy does then. This is going to be pretty close, but I think he might just about do it. Crosses the line, 1:35.9, just ahead of Death Dragon. Jake the Slayer is out then, so Jake the Slayer needed another 8 attempts to get through. Never mind that 3 attempts he said he messed up. Right. Last time I remember being teammates with Blaze, we end up 1st and 3rd, saying under. Wow. There's a stat for you then. Yeah, good for Ferrari, good for Mercedes, good for Red Bull, good for McLaren, good for Alfa Romeo, they're both through. Yeah, they've lost both Alpine drivers. Sloth obviously, but I don't know what happened. He's not said anything in the comments. I don't blame him either after that crash. C's just decided to retire to start at the back. Jake the Slayer's out by a long shot, and then Dan and Menace Max decided to start at the back as well. I'm not starting last, so Jake, I'd rather start last than 16th, to be honest. So, you are doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Losha. Yeah, get yourself in the server, Losha, if you want. I'm sure someone will put the Discord in the comments for you. Blaze gonna win, saying Dobrev. Well, we'll see about that, but he's definitely one of the favourites going by the pace he's got in this. Senna saying sup mates, even to Senna. I think, not sure if Senna is racing tomorrow or not in League 2, but if he is, good luck with that. There was about 3 more attempts in that lap, saying V Robbie. Yeah, it's one thing being quick, but putting the lap together, especially at a longer track like this, Last task, isn't it? It's a lot harder. And then we're just waiting for him. Hopefully that's not a glitch for him. First time viewer from Nefo. Even to Nefo, and I think he's joined the server as well. He or she, not too sure, but that was follower number 955. So thank you very much for the follow. And Losha did follow as well, so big thank you to Losha for following too. Katie saying, Alfa Romeo, I apologise for sabotaging you. I'll see what KD does. He got decent points in the championship, not as many as he'd have liked on Thursday, but he got some decent points, which is always important. There we go, the 15 drivers we got through. Death Dragon through to Q2, good for him as well. We like that very much. So for Tommy and Dylan, this is race number 69 for them both in WNR/PBE. Wow. That's it, wish them luck for that. Chalkers is one of the first out. Actually got an Alfa Romeo at first. And this is the boring part of the qualifying session really, because not necessarily rare you see the times set early on in this session be the times to get cars through. Just because they like to go into the mediums. We saw, well, there weren't a single one stop yesterday because the amount of safety cars. There's going to be safety cars just because of how this game is. Every race, almost every race, unfortunately, it's just the way it's going to be because of the curbs in this game just throw people off whenever. So, one stop, I wouldn't really prioritise my race for a one stop. I wouldn't start on hards, to be honest, even though I said I would yesterday. With the amount of safety cars you tend to see now in this game, it's probably not the best move. So I don't think cars should hesitate about going through on the softs. I think we might see a lot go through on the softs, but to begin with, the ones on the softs are probably going to be doing scrub runs. First one of those being Dylan, and he definitely will be doing a scrub run. He always does. How many races have I done, Jake saying? Shadows, let's have a little look. So Shadows has done, this is race number 56 for Shadows, and he's got 4 podiums in that time. And yeah, I think a couple of them were at the beginning of this season, weren't they? At the beginning of this season, I think he had a great. Yeah, Shadows been a lot quicker on this game, I think, and he's ahead of me in the standings in the championship as well. Might just be the McLaren that he likes, but yeah, still Shadows one of our longest serving drivers, that's for sure. Dylan started his lap. Yeah, he's not even deploying his ERS, so it's not going to be a quick lap from Dylan. Let's see if Knowlesy's going for it. He's at least deployed his ERS, so we'll see if he's going for it or not. Might see them go for a hot lap. Oh, and he spun it. He's backed off the throttle. We knew straight away, and he does avoid losing a wheel at least. But as soon as you lose it there, that is it, isn't it? There's no saving it. You just have to brake and hope for the best. And yeah, he was lucky, Knowlesy. The impact with the walls. Oh, look at the sparks in that Red Bull in front. That's brilliant. You just have to hit, hope that you don't lose your wheel. I had a huge smash there in qualifying on Thursday, and I somehow didn't lose the wheel. I hit pretty straight into the wall, so even though it was so fast into the wall, the wheels managed to stay on at least, which was, well, didn't really matter too much. I crashed out on lap 5. First time I crashed out a race by myself, in God knows when. But Chalkers has invalidated the lap. KD is on the medium, so I should think he'll be going for this lap, and he's staying off the inside curb. The only thing is if you go too wide and you bounce over the curbs on the apex on the left hand side, you'll also lose it. So it's just judging it, isn't it? Find a good balance between how much the curb you are or are not going to take. Anyway, KD on his lap down the straight then. It's the first of 2 DRS zones on the lap. The next one comes after this little 1-2 sector. And Dylan has set the fastest lap as you'd expect because he's the first car to set a time. Nice and neat there from KD. Second DRS zone is activated. Anyone else? Yeah, Crazy Bill's going for a run on the mediums as well, so he's going to be going for it early on. He might come into the pits after that and then save up for another lap after. There's a Mercedes, I think, just getting out of the way. I think that's Sam. Yeah, he's just getting out of the way. Okay, back on board with KD then. You don't lose too much on the mediums round here. It's not a huge difference between them. Kanunda goes fastest on the softs, 1:36.9. Again, it's just a scrub run. A couple of seconds off what you'd expect for the soft tyres to be the top time. And we've just seen V Robbie what has happened there? KD's about to cross the line. We'll see his time 1:35.4. We're going board with Death Dragon, sorry. And what has happened there? V-Robbie's just gone flying off into the wall, and I think he might be one that's taken that outside curve and then gone flying off. But it's strange to see a car on that side, DNF. It's usually the other side of the track, but V-Robbie again, good opportunity for him today. Still, don't get me wrong, I mean, Dan Murphy won on Thursday, 20th to P1, that's what he did, wasn't it? So, it's not all over, but yeah, he's obviously pushed it too much there, V-Robbie, and unfortunately he's out. Death Dragon validated his time somewhere along the line as well. And Dengen also on his lap on the mediums. We've seen, yeah, just 2 scrub runs on the softs, and KD's the only genuine time that's been set at the moment. Chalkers, I think, will be coming back in. Lynx and Blaze both out on the outlet. There we go, look, there's 3 drivers, I'd say, the 3 top favourites possibly for pole position, Black Box, Blaze and Lynx. They're all out at the same time on their medium tyres for their first run. So does it just show that the top 3 know what they're doing to get pole position here? We'll watch Blaze going through sector 1. Yeah, he controls that nicely as well. You just look, sometimes you can do the exact same thing on a net. This is what I find anyway. Other people might tell me I'm completely wrong. I just find out I do the same thing the next lap and it will spin me. Driving around flying for 10 laps, and then one lap the game all of a sudden decides to throw me rear ends into the wall. But oh well. Let's have a look back through the comments. V-Robbie, yeah, he's saying he can't catch a break. Yeah, it's a shame for V-Robbie obviously, but it's all about the race. All about the race. Just try to avoid making mistakes, try and avoid penalties, and you'll be somewhere in the ballpark. Sligo was my other, he's not even racing now, saying for fantasy vote, so yeah, Sligo's replacement is well, won the Alfa Romeo driver, so Vintage will get it all worked out, don't worry. Vintage will obviously you'll be given the points for one of the Alfa Romeo drivers, so KD or Dylan. Vintage will decide which one's which in terms of who's reserving for who, and then you'll get their points. It is unfortunate, of course, with a fantasy. Oh, he nearly went 4 wheels wide there, Blaze again. Getting a bit lucky with track limits the second time, but it's been a quality lap whilst I've been on board with him, pushing it to the limit all the way around the track, and I think this will be enough for P1, and I think it'll be enough to get him through as well. Blaze crosses the line, 1:35.3. Mind you, he's only a tenth ahead of KD, so the medium's not working as well for him. It looked relatively quick to me, unless he made a mistake early on when I was looking through the comments. Next car to cross the line is going to be Knowlesy. He's going for the softs as well. Quite a bit into the session now, so I should think that's actually a fresh set that he's going on. But we'll see. Can he survive through turn 2? Yes. Can he survive through turn 3? He can. There we go. That tends to be the majority of where we see the crashes. Last night it was, at least. We saw one coming out the final corner low. We saw an instant between 2 cars. The only real instant we saw 2 cars hitting each other was turn 11 and turn 12. But there's other places as well you can lose it round here. It's just any corner if you hit it wrong. But like I say, turn 2 and 3 just tends to be the main place for it, doesn't it? The main carnage area. KD saying he's not sabotaging on purpose, just haven't finished the race in the Champions League, saying KD. Yeah, well, Black Box, look at that from Black Box. It's a tenth quicker than Blaze. And KD, again, that just shows what a rate that base from KD. He's really close to Blaze and Black Box. Black Box just over a tenth quicker than Blaze though. And I'm not too sure that will be enough to get him through, especially with KD getting so close as well. I think others can as well. Yeah, Dylan is now on a lap on the mediums as well. He's just started his lap. And the Mercedes, who's that? It was just Sam going out of the way. I saw a car slowing down there and I thought, oh no, what's happened? Realised it was Sam. It must have been Sam, of course, because the other Mercedes already crashed out there. Sorry for bringing it up again, V-Bobby. And who's that? It's Chalkers. So there we go, another place where someone's crashed. Chalkers has lost it under traction coming out of turn 1. I think we saw Theo crash out there yesterday as well, didn't we? Early on in the race, so he's got to cool those tyres down now because he wants to start the race on those tyres. Cool them down and save up for another lap. Yeah, well, good luck to KD. Hopefully he does finally finish a race in the Champions League. That'd be good. He's got to keep that car running. Don't have to push it so hard. He's only reserving. He's, you know, and Lynx went up to P4 by the way on his second run those mediums. So he's a couple of tenths off KD there. He's 4 tenths off Black Box for the lead. He might not be safe there with that Lynx, especially if a lot goes to the softs. Both Red Bulls obviously on the mediums now. Chalkers, we've already seen him lose it on his lap. Tommy's now going for his. We've got Shadows in front on the medium. Sorry, he's behind the mediums. In front is Lynx. Of course, that's the other McLaren. And we see Crazy Bill. Wow. What a time from Crazy Bill. 1:35.0 on the mediums. He's nearly 3 tenths quicker than Black Box. Well, I think we ruled him out a bit quick, didn't we? He's definitely thrown himself... well, he's earned himself a place in the pole position pole with that, hasn't he? And that puts Lynx in a bit of danger. So I wonder if Lynx now will go to the softs. No one in the top 10 at the moment on the softs. Sam Swift's on an outlap, so he might... I think he's going for it. It's a bit too late in the session to come to bought this, then come in for mediums. So I think Sam's going for this on the soft tyres. Knowlesy has already done a lap. Let's see, young Tommy. It's not young Tommy, is it? We've got Knowlesy. Have a look at him. And no, he's not going for this lap. I think he'll be coming in at the end of this one. So it might have just been a scrub run for him. He might have played us there a little bit. DJ Death Dragon's out on the mediums, hoping to get through on them. Dylan came back in the pit, so his medium run didn't go so well. Chalker's going for another lap. He gets through turn 1 this time. And he manages to get through the first sector without incident as well. 17.3 his first sector time, not too bad. Takes a lot of that curb. Yeah, that's really nice little section there from him. Combination, that's the word I was looking for. I can never remember the word. Young Tommy's teammates back across the line. He goes up to P6. It's a great time from him. Only a couple of tenths off Lynx. Puts himself right in the mix with that. Lynx is in the pits. His teammate Shadow's about to... No, he's not about to cross the line. He's about to cross the... Well, he is about to cross the line, but the pit entry line. Knowlesy then in the pits. His teammate Crazy Bill just on in lap. I think Bill is safely through and out. What a lap that was. Sam Swift on the softs then. If he's going for it, you should see this be up to P1. Yeah, KD saying thanks to Jake for the good luck. And Sam Swift on the on the soft tyres, absolutely pushing it, isn't he? Should be enough to get him through. Taking a bit of that curb, you want to stay off that orange curb on that left hand side. I'll throw you in the wall. So it's Bradfield yesterday at the midday before. Sam crossed the line. He's only 4th, you know. He's still 4.5 tenths off Bill, who did his time on the medium. So I think, yeah, maybe Sam not quite got the quali pace today. But it should be okay to get him through. Lynx is in trouble now. He's ready in the fresh softs in the pits as well, because he knows he could be in danger. He'll want to be last one out to set their lap low so he can back off if he needs to. And we've just seen, wow, what a time that is. I didn't expect that. Is this track getting quicker? It must be. Chalkers is up to P2, a tenth quicker than Black Box, 2 tenths quicker than Blaze, 5 tenths quicker than Lynx, more important as well, and he's second on those mediums. And that is brilliant time from Chalkers. Yeah, he knows we're talking about him. He's weaving his car now. That's an incredible lap. And Death Dragon, he was about to set his time and he's crashed. He's done the plotters. He spun it coming out the final corner. We're going board with Tommy. I think it's Tommy's coming in the pits. We won't actually be able to see it. But he spun coming out the final corner, lost traction, hit into the pit wall. You can't, there you see his car is there. We can't see through a wall, but you see his name tag through it. But Death Dragon is going to be out. We've already lost speed. Bobby Shadows in the pits. He's going for the softs though. And he's now coming out the garage as well, unless that was Lynx. No, it is Shadows. There we go. Also see Ferrari coming out. Nuna's on a lap on the medium zone. Sam Swift nicely getting out of the way. Wow. So another driver's lost it in qualifying. I said yesterday, you tend to see more crashes in qualifying than the race because they're pushing it more. But then the race came and all hell broke loose. So not quite sure that's how it works. And Lynx has retired in the pit. So Lynx is risking it. He's decided that he's going to risk it. He'd rather risk going out of this session than go through on the soft tyres. As it stands, Sam's the only one going through on the softs. What can Nunda do? If he can get ahead of Lynx, Lynx really is in trouble, and he does. So Lynx down to P8 now. And Denj out on the softs. Dylan out on the softs. Shadow's out on the softs too. Knowlesy's still going out on the mediums. Tommy's in the pit, so Tommy is done there as well. That might help Lynx. I'll tell you where Lynx could be okay. Because obviously we've got V-Robbie and Death Dragon out. Tommy is below Lynx. So at worst, Lynx is going to be 12th. So he could be saved by that, especially with Knowlesy going on the medium tyres. If he makes a mistake, Shadows, yeah, look, only have one run at it as well. But Dylan, obviously up on his time. His first time was just a banker lap. That's really good there, taking a lot of that curb. Somehow it doesn't fly him across. Depends on the setup as well. If they have a high ride height, so you can get a lot more curb. Then you're really going to be slow on the straight if you've got a lot of ride height. And he's gone a bit deep into that one, Dylan. And took a bit too much of that curb then as he went wide. He lost a couple of attempts from doing that, but he's on these soft tyres, isn't he? So he might still be able to have enough to get through. Mind you, we saw Sam didn't manage to do too much on the softs. There's not huge between soft and mediums here. Dylan crosses line and again proves that point because he's only in 9th and he's backing off as well. So Dylan, again, he might have just saved Lynx there, and Denger's invalidated as well. He's not going to have time, so there we go. Lynx is safe. I can tell you Lynx is safe now, and Denger's going to be out. Fee Robbie's out, Death Dragon's out. Tommy and Dylan can't improve, so Lynx is safe. He's made the right call. Very risky call, but it's paid off for him. KD and Nunda out again. KD and Nunda are safe, so they don't need to keep pushing. They can back off. Knowlesy's invalidated his time as well, so Knowlesy's all done. There we go, yeah, obviously cutting the corners. Mind you, we normally have about a 10-second delay, don't we, for Q2 and Q3, so he might be racing to try and get another lap, and he is low on fuel, so I don't think he'll be able to. And he's pulling into the pits anyway, so yeah, that is all done for Knowlesy. He's going to be out. Only one that can survive now is Shatters. He's in sector 3, and Tommy is the one in danger. So Tommy will be sat there watching this lap, hoping that Shatters makes a mistake somewhere. Shatters and Knowlesy left, saying Jake the Slayer. I don't know what he's on about. Shadows definitely hasn't left. He's sat here on a lap. Oh, he meant left on a time, I think. So I thought he meant left the session. Shadows then is about to finish his time. It's looking good. It's looking quite good. Can he get ahead of Tommy though? I think he might be able to, you know. Yes, he can. He does just get ahead of Dylan and Tommy. It's a great lap there from Shadows. Dylan, despite his lap not being the absolute best, manages to get through just ahead of Tommy. And yeah, don't forget Tommy, it was less than a 10th, and Tommy's on the mediums as well, so I think he's in a good place there, Tommy, you know. It's not 11th, fresh tyre selection. I would honestly start at softs in 11th, with a chance of being a safety car so high. Try and make up as many places at the start as you can. Obviously, you're better off start 11th from fresh softs and 9th or 10th on used softs. So that might be a good option there for Tommy, but we'll see what he does in the race. There we go, top 10. Look at those drivers, incredibly quick, and Shadders getting a Q3 in the Champions League as well. That's an incredible achievement. Fair play to Shadders. What type is Bill on? I think he means tyre. He was on the medians. Medians? Mediums. Nearly died at turn 3 but backed out, saying KD. Yeah, he's safety through, isn't he? So that's the thing we're saying to KD. If he wants to survive, take it easy. Take it easy tonight. Get this pole going for pole position. Yeah, Immortal got a podium last night, and Immortal's really been struggling in the championship in tier 3, which is his league. But come yesterday in the Premier League, he was backing off a bit more. He wasn't going for silly moves or anything, and he actually got a podium out of it. So I think it just shows a lot of drivers would be better off from being a bit more careful. Of course you want to go for it, you want to go for moves and everything, but if you want to get more points than that, sometimes it is so much more sensible just to back off. Anyway, we're going to get this pole set up for pole position. Now, who do we go for? I think it's very obvious which four we're going to have to put in there. I mean, no disrespect to anyone else, but Lynx, Black Box and Blaze have been incredible, haven't they, so far? They're looking like incredibly quick. I mean, Chalker's definitely got a case for it as well, but I'm going to have to put Crazy Bill as your fourth option. And we'll say other as well, so you can still vote for anyone else. But you've got 3 minutes to get your votes in for the pole position poll. Let's see who you think is going to get it. Yeah, Chalker's saying he got a really nice lap in. It was an absolutely fantastic lap. Great to see him finally put in a lap time that we know he's capable of. Immortal third in the championship, he's doing good. He is doing good. Of course, he's got so much more pace, so he's getting pole positions. He's a long, long way off. I think about 80 points off the top two, which is Keza and Dan Murphy. So he's just needs to get some consistency in the race. Anyway, this is a Champions League, not a championship. We're going to focus on this. I vote for Nunda, saying KD. Nunda's saying he don't be on the pole again. It's bad luck. Yeah, I think put him on the pole last time, didn't we? It didn't help him. But Nunda, of course, the pace he's had, been brilliant, isn't it? And we're not even spoke about Sam or KD yet, so, and they can definitely challenge for it. I think Sam got P2 last week in qualifying, got on the podium in the end as well in Netherlands. Obviously had the incident with Black Box, which he managed to recover out of. Let's have a look at the votes then so far. We've got 2 votes for other and then 1 for the other 4. Wow, that's interesting. I wonder. Bill's now up to 2 votes, so at the moment it's pretty tight, isn't it, as it was yesterday for the pole position poll. I voted for Max yesterday and he got it. I've gone for Bill. He's not got a pole position in the Champions League before. In fact, he's only done about 3 races. So we'll see what Bill can do. We'll see what they all can do, of course. And talking to Bill, we're going to watch him first as well, because he's the first car out on the track. So all the pressure is on Bill. He's got all the cameras on him. Everyone's got 2 votes now apart from Lynx in the pole position poll, so yeah, nothing to split them, and I think it will be a really tight margin. I can't see anyone just pulling away. And last week, of course, it was all down to the final run, and then Black Box, and well, there was 2 of them, wasn't there? I can't remember which 2 it was, but there were 2 drivers towards the top that just couldn't get a final run in. Lynx got the pole, didn't he? And then, which I think was only his first pole, wasn't it? First or second pole? I think it's his second pole since he's been with us. And yeah, Sam managed to get up to second because the 2 drivers below couldn't get their lap set. And there we go, Lynx now up to 3 votes. Crazy Bill's back to start his lap. We'll have a look at the result of the poll in a minute or so. We've got about a minute left. Get your vote in. Crazy Bill gets a good start to lap. Look how close he is to that white line. Almost 4 wheels wide. Almost clipping the curb there. Again, just about staying off the curb. Really pushed its limits. 17.2 through sector 1. That's an incredible time. And Bill has just got so much quicker over the last... I've known him about a year, and he used to be slower than me. And he's always a decent driver, but the last few months his pace has just he just gets quicker and quicker. Every single week we see him race to the point where he's in contention for pole position and podiums in the Champions League. He wouldn't have thought that a good half a year back. It's been a great lap so far for him. Braking zone, absolutely perfect. Wide line, and he swoops back in, stays off the curb as well. That tyre is constantly on that white line. TRS is open, can't fault this lap. It's been absolutely perfect so far. Lynx and Black Box win the pole position poll. 4 votes each, 3 for Blaze, 2 for Bill, and then 2 for other. So Lynx and Black Box are the favourites, so Bill and Blaze, there's no pressure on them now. Yellow flags, just the cars preparing for that. Everyone on the track, free on an out lap. Bill is going to be the first one to set his time. I haven't got a clue what's going on below. I'd love to have like a split screen when it comes to Q3. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah, and when the times all come up down the bottom as well. In a normal F1 on the telly, that'd be brilliant. Clips in here, stays away from the wall. It's been a fantastic lap list from Bill. Turns in again here, almost 4 wheels wide, stays off the orange curve just about. This can still lose it here, as we saw Death Dragon do, but Bill doesn't. It's a 1:34.9 from Bill. I don't think that's the top time we've seen this session so far. What can Lynx do? He's about to cross the line. 1:35.0 is a 10th off Bill. KD's going to be next. We know he's got brilliant pace as well. He wasn't far off in Q2, was he, on the mediums? Let's see what he can do now. Turns a little bit too early. 1:35.0, he's close to Lynx. Next up's going to be Blaze. No, it's not. It's going to be Nunda. He crosses the line. He invalidates his time. Dylan's up into P4. Chalker's going to be next. He's invalidated his time, but he is going to be going again. Shadder's next. Wouldn't expect Shadder to get too close. Dylan's only 3 tenths off pole. That's incredible. It's 2.5 tenths actually. Shadder's going to be next. Wouldn't expect him to be that close. Even still, it's a good lap there from Shadder. He's about 7 tenths off though. Mercedes next to Sam Swift. And we've got cars getting out of the way. Traffic. Yeah, quite a bit of traffic down the end of sector 1. Beginning of sector 2. Sam Swift then is going to be next. Blaze not too far behind. Blaze has kept his lap valid as well, so these will be interesting to see where they go. They'll put themselves right into the thick of it, I think. And yeah, Sam takes a lot of that curb. I think it will cost him a little bit of time when he does that. This is looking good though for Sam. Almost 4 wheels wide, crosses the line. Sam Swift takes provisional pole. That's an incredible lap. He's 2 tenths quicker than Bill. And Blaze is invalidated through sector 3. Wow. He backs off, so he's not going to be going for another one either. Nunda is further back. Black Box is just behind Nunda as well, so Black Box, oh, he went 4 wheels wide there, but it didn't invalidate his time. Must have backed off a little bit. But watch Nunda, because we know he's, oh, and go on board with Chalkers. He must have just took a lot of that curb, and that's spun him, unfortunately. But we are back with Nunda now. Sam Swift, where did that come from? That's an incredible time. He didn't even put him in the pole for pole position. He's over 2 tenths clear at the moment. 1:34.7. What a time. Can Nunda do anything about that? It's a 1:35.2, puts himself in 6th, just off Dylan's time. Blaze, obviously invalidated, but next is going to be Black Box, up to P2 of 1:34.8. So there we go, he's half a tenth exactly off Black Box. Off Black Box, he is Black Box. Half a tenth exactly off Sam. And I wonder if he's going for back-to-back here, Black Box. We'll see what his sector time's like at the end of sector 1. And no, he's not, he's 3 tenths down. Blaze, however, I think is going again. No, he's not going again, is he? No, he's definitely not going again. We saw him back off early on, didn't we? Nunda's not going again either. I'm not sure if Shadows is. We'll see his time. Yeah, there we go. I think we're all done for the first run, aren't we? Yeah, Black Box on his first run must have been validated or made a mistake because, of course, well, he must have been validated because the time wasn't set. But I wonder if he gained time in his second lap. Obviously, it's a long lap, so tyre wear towards the end of that second lap might start to affect you a little bit, but tyres are definitely warm enough. Oh, I voted for Bill saying joke to say. Anyway, that was a fantastic start to Q3, 5 minutes till the end. Everyone will come back in the pits now, refuel, fresh set of softs on, and then we'll get going again when it starts to get to about 3 minutes. You'll see some cars come out, a couple might go for 2 laps. Swanshanks, insane. Williams for pole position. Yeah, Crazy Bill in P3, definitely one of the contenders, isn't he? Oh, non-stop action. Chalkers for pole, saying Senna. Yeah, he's not got a lap set yet, neither has Blaze. We know Blaze has got the pace for it though. And yeah, Chalkers, well, he had the pace. He was on the mediums. He had set a fantastic lap. Some drivers, it does depend what tyre you're on. Some of them really prefer being on the medium. Some of them are quicker on the softs. And yeah, Shadows, I think, will come in the pits to make it all 10 cars in the pits. And we wait until cars come out. And I think Dylan is going to... No, it's not. It's going to be KD. He's going to be first. I love the tunnel and the exit of the pits. Absolutely love it. Red Bull for pole, saying Senna. We'll see. We will see. I definitely wouldn't write anyone off. Not in this session. It's all about getting the lap in on the final run, isn't it? As we saw last week. Sam Swift gained second last week because he set a lap on the final run. Another pittle didn't when the track was obviously at its quickest. I mean, it was the case with today. Of course, it was raining today, as we saw in F1 this afternoon. Lando Norris took pole. Was last across the line, wasn't he? Russell then took third. He was last across the line. Obviously, when it's raining, it's a bit different, but it's similar to that anyway, with track evolution in the dry. Obviously, not to that extent, but anyway. Yeah, KD looks like he's going to be the first one. Only him and Bill actually on the track at the moment. So KD has come out for enough time for 2 runs, I think. Must have put enough fuel in for 2 runs. I think Bill must have done the same. A couple more cars coming out now. So yeah, we're just about the cut-off time to do 2 runs. For any later now, I think Black Box is coming out as well as Chalkers. I think there might be only 4 out on the track at the moment that have got enough time to do 4 runs. Here goes KD then to start his lap. 44 viewers, thank you all very much for watching, really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying this. I certainly am. Hope KD doesn't get traffic on his lap. He's a bit late turning in there on turn 1. Won't lose too much from it though. He did get a nice exit. Don't be clipping that curb. I think that might be how V-Robbie lost it by clipping that inside curb. His first sector time is going to be a 17.3. Yeah, half a tenth down because he clipped that curb. Oh, he's taking a bit of that curb now as well. It throws him wide a little bit. Bit wide coming into the straight as well. Coming onto the straight, I should say, and then over that apex. You don't really want to be riding the curb too much. Won't cost you too much, but that is how close it is for pole position. That's how close the times are. Every little corner, every little curve matters. KD in the braking zone and Dylan getting out of the way for him. Yeah, that's nice. Doesn't wobble at all. DRS is open for KD. Everyone on out lap then, just KD and Bill actually on laps, and KD slightly up, but not by too much. It could be enough to get him ahead of Lynx as it stands. It's a great start to sector 3 from KD. He's taken that really tricky 11 and 12 and 13 section with perfection. So he might be able to gain a couple of attempts round here. Doesn't go too deep like his Alfa Romeo teammate did. Bit wide there though, he's very wide, and he might have lost a tenth or so from doing that, I think, KD. And he's invalidated his time now as well, and he comes into the pits, and that is KD done then, unfortunately. So that wasn't the tidiest lap, so we go on board with Crazy Bill. He's invalidated his lap as well. He was 2 tenths up though, but he has got fuel and time to save up and go for another run. Dylan then on his out lap, who's next to finish their lap. It's going to be Lynx. No, it's not going to be Lynx. It's that Shadows on his out lap. I can't work out who it's going to be here. Nunes on an out lap. We've got the Williams, that's Bill now saving up for another lap. Another Ferrari on an out lap, and the Mercedes is also on an out lap, so it is actually Black Box. In sector 2, DRS is open. One of 3 drivers in the 134s at the moment. You'd expect a couple more. You'd expect Lynx to get into the 134s as well. We get yellow flags just from Mercedes preparing for their lap. That's Sam Swift, who has provisional pole as it stands, isn't he? Black Box clipping that inside curb. Yeah, if you know you're going to clip the curb or go a little bit wide, you might as well try and go so wide you almost go 4 wheels over it. You still gain a bit of an advantage from that. He's on a good lap, saying Kieran. If he means black box, then I totally agree. Haven't seen any mistakes. He's so close to that wall. You've got to be careful putting it back in that you don't spin. And he's got to be careful on that orange curve as well, that you don't spin off it. You've got to be careful every around it, even coming out the final corner. His teammate crashed here. Black box does a 1:34.3, and Kieran said he was on a good lap. He definitely meant black box, because that's incredible. He's 4.5 tenths quicker than Sam. Chalk is invalidated, but he is going again. Next, we're going to watch Lynx. What can Lynx do? He's only just under 2 tenths up. It might be enough for P2 here, but I don't think he can challenge that black box time. Crosses the line, it's a 1:35.0, and Lynx doesn't make the checkered flag as well, so Lynx is going to be P4 at best. He didn't improve, he lost time through sector 3. Dylan is going to be next then. Dylan could potentially get ahead of Lynx here, and he's really wide coming into the final corner though. He might still be able to gain a bit of time crossing the line, and no, he doesn't. He loses so much time in sector 3. Lunda's going to be next, he's a 10th and a half up. I think he might, no, he's not holding Bill up. I'm going to say, he might get a bit dirty air from that though. What can Lunda do? His pace in P1 was absolutely incredible, wasn't it? Come on, Chalk is saying so in the comments. Lunda into the final call then. Lasser better entry, sorry. Good exit as well. Lunda crosses line. He's up ahead of Lynx. He's in P3. Crazy Bill's next, and he's only up to P2. 2 tenths off Black Box then. And I think, yeah, we've only got 3 cars left. Shadows is going to be next. I don't think he's going to improve by too much. Blaze is going to be next. He's not set a lap so far. Can he get close to that Black Box time? Can he get a 1:34.3 or better? Blaze is about to cross the line. Yes, he can. Blaze is on pole position. Chalkers, we've still got Chalkers to come, let's not forget about him. He can definitely challenge after that time we saw in Q2. And Sam, I forgot about Sam. Sam takes pole position. Where did he come from? I completely forgot about Sam. Sam is up to P1. I was too focused on Chalkers. But Sam has done it. The track must have got a lot quicker through there, but that's incredible. Unless Chalkers can suddenly take it, which I don't think he will be able to. Mind you, been wrong before. Chalkers crossing the line, and he's up to P5. It's a great effort there from Chalkers. But Sam Swift is on pole position. That is an absolutely sensational lap. We didn't even nominate him for the pole position poll. This is the point where everyone that said they voted other meant they voted for Sam and not Nunda. That's fantastic. Well done to Sam. Completely missed his lap. As you're watching the cars in front, that is Sam's, just his 2nd pole position in the league. First since he's been in the top tier. I think his first pole position was when he was reserving back in League 1 when he joined us last season. But yeah, it's the first proper pole position he's got in the top tier, so fair play to Sam. Highest qualifying position this season. Absolutely rubbish sector 1, saying Chalkers. Oh, that's crazy. And it was, yeah, like we were mentioning it, track evolution. It just, everyone that crossed the line got quicker. Sam Swift on pole, 1:34.2. Nearly a 10th ahead of Blaze. Black Box then really close between that top 3. Isn't it? A couple of attempts back to Bill in 4th. He invalidated that first lap and it didn't help him, did it? Chalkers, couple of attempts back. Still a solid P5 for Chalkers. Nunda in 6th. Good, solid qualifying for Nunda. Lynx down in 7th. I don't think he'd be too happy about that. Just couldn't get a lap in Q3, could he? KD in P8. I think it was the same thing for him. And Dylan and Shadders. I've got to say, fair play to Dylan and Shadders, because they're not got the sheer pace. They're top drivers, not got the sheer pace for a couple of leads at the top. And for a long lap as well, they're only a 2nd off the pace and really competing. They're only two tenths off Lynx. So I'm sure Dylan and Shadders, 9th and 10th, will be really happy with that, the 2 Irishmen. Anyway, what a qualifying session that was. Who needs Bradfield in the comments box for entertainment when he got this on the race? Yeah, he's having a night off the drink. Bet you all miss him. Talking of drink, I'll have a quick drink for a minute. There's a wet me whistle after that. And get ready for this race. Can't wait. I'm praying I don't choke it, saying V Robbie. King saying let's go, keep it clean. Mushroom saying come on Mercs, we need to pick me up. Well, there's a Merc on pole position, so that's surely going to help. Just waiting for everyone to select their strategy, and they have done. I wonder if there's anyone on the hards. No, there is not. It's the same as yesterday, no one starting on the hards. Yeah, obviously V Robbie in 13th after that crash, but his teammate Sam on pole position. And yeah, the 2 that needed the softs to get through to Q3 were Dylan and Shadows, and they're 9th and 10th. So yeah, last few weeks been lucky in a way. We've had someone on the softs in the top 3 or 4, haven't we, to make it interesting at the beginning. But top 8 all on the medium tyres, so No difference in strategy. And then we got Dylan and Shadows, and yeah, Tommy's taking my advice in 11th. Whether he's taking my advice or he just was going to do that anyway. Oh, Dan Murphy's left the session. That's a strange one. He rarely lags out, but hopefully he'll be able to join back. Yeah, Tommy 11th on those fresh softs. We're looking to get past Dylan and Shadows on the used softs early on. And then Tommy, like I say, that's a good advantage to start 11th from fresh softs. He could potentially be quicker than all of the top 8. He could be the quickest driver on the track, Tommy. And then also looking to do the same thing though from 12th. V Robin, Death Dragon playing the longer game on the mediums in P13 and 14. Knowlesy's on the soft. Jake and Siege, the two Carlin teammates in F2 early on today. I didn't watch that. I didn't see what was going on. I was busy. But yeah, hopefully they stay away from each other. Dan Murphy in 18th was soft. Sloth on the softs in 19th. Well, we don't know what happened to Sloth. He's been relatively quiet in the comments, and so would I if I crashed out in intermediates on the outlap. And then Max in last as well. Yeah, hopefully Dan Murphy can get back into the session though. Keep it clean as well, saying King. Yeah, absolutely. I think most of the racing has been clean this season. I've got to be honest, the racing has been fantastic. We haven't seen many incidents at all. I know Black Box had one last week, but with Sam, but that was a side-by-side one, wasn't it? Racing's been quality. It's just been the curbs that have killed everyone. Good luck all, saying Lucy. Yeah, like I say, I think they all need it around here. Thank you for watching, Lucy. Blaze is overtaking Sam. Oh, that's an interesting tactic. Overtaking the formation that. Well, I don't think Sam will argue with that too much. He'll let Blaze pull away. Doesn't really matter too much. And they are all going pretty compact, aren't they? And Sloth's got the red X as well, so he might be out of the session in a minute as well. Probably come up saying Sloth's left the session as well. Sloth has said, yeah, he's lagging everywhere. Sloth has said previous to the race that his connection has been awful, and he's just jumping all over the place. Hopefully it doesn't cause problems at the start, but I think it will say he's left the session in a minute and kick him out. Yeah, he said at the beginning of the race his connection's been dodgy today, so yeah, it's not a surprise if that does happen, unfortunately for him. He'll blame that on his crash in qualifying money. Good luck, saying Albo. Bit slow for formation lap, saying Swancheck. Yeah, I was thinking that. And there we go, Sloth has left the session, unfortunately. At least Sloth and Dan, they're both out of the session, but they are towards the back, aren't they? Here we go then. We actually had lights out and away we go yesterday for once. No delay in the glitch or anything. I wonder if it's going to fly Sloth and Dan forward. We got lights though. And it is lights out, and away we go. And it's a great start for Sam. He's clearing the lead, but look at Black Box. He's going to go round the outside of Blaze. Blaze has just about got it covered. The Red Bull going round the outside of Bill as well. Bill just manages to cover it off. Sloth has managed to join back. Couple of cars side by side. Lynx has got to be careful through there. Shadows had a great start. Lynx manages to get through. Yellow flag, and that's for Andenge. Andenge has lost it. He's the only car that's lost it. Through turn 2, I think, coming out of turn 2. I'm not quite sure if that's a collision with someone else, but it's a virtual safety car it's caused. So that really cools things down. But I'm not sure how that's happened for Andenge. He's got no front wing either, so he's going to have to come round and pit and change that. Well, change it, put one on. Knowlesy's also got no front wing, so I don't know if he collected Andenge. Yeah, Knowlesy can't get a breakaway. He seems to be given damage from someone every single race at the moment, Knowlesy. He really can't catch a break, can he? But no DNF at least. Yeah, I don't know how that's happened between them, but Dan Murphy, is he back in the session? Yeah, Dan Murphy is, and so is Sloth as well. But again, that red X is popping up. He's got to be careful that he'll probably give someone a penalty now because he's ghosted through. Yeah, Sloth that's worse than Linda's in there at the moment, Sloth is. And yeah, Menace Max is staying miles back, so he knows the problems that Sloth could cause here. It's a real shame for Sloth. And Jacob Slayer's got a penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. That's because it's jumped Sloth behind him, isn't it? Still got the VSC out though. Oh, and Sloth has just left the session. Yeah, I don't think we'll see Sloth back anytime soon, because that's worse than Linda's connection. He's lagging everywhere. It's unraceable. It's like that. Jake saying he avoided a crash, and we got green flag. There we go then. So now we finally get going nearly a whole lap of the VSC. Sam Swift then keeps the lead. That have helped him. Of course, and Blaze, and he loses it. And look, Black Box is going to try and have this now, isn't he? He's going down the inside, bit of contact maybe between the cars. Have a look at the overhead view. Blaze on the outside, and they're side by side. Blaze forced off the track a little bit, but Black Box has got the position, hasn't he? Black Box gets the position. Bill behind, we'll watch on board with Bill because he's got a great view of this, but this is helping Sam all the way, isn't it? These two behind fighting. Blaze and Black Box in a good battle here. Can Sam try and pull away a bit more whilst they're fighting? Blaze has looked a little bit wobbly, hasn't he? A couple of moments he's had now. But he's been a great start to the race for Sam. He's managed to pull out a little gap. He'll want to get over a second clear, won't he? Before DRS is enabled on the next lap. And with Blaze still challenging down the black box. And of course that little wobbly had coming out the final corner allowed black box to get through. Crazy Bill really close to the back of Blaze. Nunda in 5th. Chalkers in 6th, and yeah, Nunda's connection seems to be absolutely fine. I know it's showing red. Oh, Chalkers goes a little bit wide there. Could that Lynx win a chance? And Lynx needs to try and get through, doesn't he? He'll want to get past Nunda and Chalkers and then try and challenge towards the top. Shadders is doing being a great rear gunner there for him though. On the soft tyres, he's got a good grip, hasn't he? So I think Shadders will be helping Lynx. He can focus on what's in front of him, Lynx, and not behind. Jake Say gets past Sloth. I think Sloth is just a ghost, though, isn't he? He's not in the session. Yeah, Knowlesy and Andenger both had to pit, of course, for a nose change. And Sam's not managed to pull away too much, has he? I don't think he's got his qualifying pace. Always seems to be better than his race pace. Don't get me wrong, he's been absolutely brilliant in the races as well. But his strength tends to be the qualifying. That tends to be his ultimate top thing. But yeah, black box is going to be within DRS range, and it's now enabled. And KD is out. There we go. He said he's retired every race so far, and he's crashed his VSC. Wonder if that'll be upgraded. DRS is now enabled. It could soon be disabled again. Now, the 2 cars at back be open for a safety car. That's coming out in that penultimate corner. He's hit that orange curve and flung him into the wall. Exactly what happened to Bradfield yesterday. Exactly what happened to me on Thursday. It's a nightmare, that curve. But yeah, KD's one of Champions League reserving and DNFing. Just continues. Fucking sausage curb, he's saying as well. Yeah, it's that sausage curb. He's hit that orange bit on the side. So yeah, each of the last 3 nights has claimed a victim. Joined the club, KD. And again, a bit of respite for Sam. He can cool the tyres down a little bit. Blackbox trying to get every possible thousandth of a second he can on this VSC restart whenever it happens. Notice on this game the VSC does start a lot longer than it did on the previous game, which is good in a way. It's a lot more realistic. But and this will help the soft runners more as well, because their softs can go longer into the race. One of Mylanders is having a day off today because he didn't seem too interested in coming out after a pretty big crash, did he? DRS enabled, and we are going. It's not the best of restarts for Blackbox, and not the best for young Tommy either, because V-Bobby's going down inside, and yeah, Tommy not fighting it too hard. V-Bobby up to P10, has 3 positions he's gained, so good start left for V-Bobby, and he's right on the back of this tail now of Dylan and Shadows. He'll be looking to get past them as well, and Slayer's getting past there by Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy's made up 2 places. I wonder if Slayer was affected by Soft's ghost at all. Siege in P12, he's getting a good few positions. Let's have a look at position change. There we go. Obviously that obvious one, Blackbox getting past Blaze. We saw that, and Nunda's got ahead of Chalkers. It must be at the start. Shadow's gained a couple, V-Bobby's gained a few. Siege obviously gained lots as well. Obviously KD a big loser, and then Andenge and Knowlesy after that collision we think was between them, seeing as they both had no front wing. There might have been one collecting the other, sending them into the wall. We don't know though. Yeah, Lynx again really being helped by Shadows holding the cars up behind. I think V-Bobby's a real what should we call it, anchor man, isn't he, for Sam at the moment. But at the same time he's trying to get through the field, and yeah, if he manages to get past Dylan and Shadows, he'll definitely be in the battle for the lead, won't he? I mean, Shadows and Dylan wouldn't expect them to be challenging for lead, especially on the softs. They're not really gaining on the cars in front, are they? Not quite got the race pace. Mushroom's saying Dan Murphy just stalking his prey. And Nunda's under pressure from Chalkers, isn't he? Chalkers wants that P5 back where he started, and he's going to get it as well. Chalkers had DRS, Nunda just fell without outside a second. The car in front, and V-Bobby on Dylan. V-Bobby getting the move done, and Dylan, yeah, he does back off a bit there, Dylan as well. That is going to allow Tommy to get through, I think, and Tommy gets the move done. They're sent, and Blackbox getting passed by Sam. Blackbox getting past Sam, sorry. And Nunda's getting back past Chalkers, so the lead changes hands. Where did that come from? Blackbox came from nowhere on that second DRS straight. And I know Menace Max yesterday, I know he speaks to Sam, and obviously Mercedes teammates. Max went for a really downforce setup, didn't he? He did brilliant in the race, got P2 despite some bad luck. I wonder if Sam's got the same setup on, because Blackbox came out of nowhere then. And Blackbox might have a real pacey setup on. Blaze will be putting him under pressure next, and Crazy Bill's up there as well. It's a 4-way battle for the lead at the moment. Chalkers and Nunda battling each other though. They are falling back a bit, and that's not helping Lynx. Lynx will really want to get past those two, won't he? And Denge getting past Knowlesy on the straight with DRS. Yeah, all the time Chalkers and Nunda just not quite got the race pace. Dan Murphy gets the fastest lap, so it'll be a point for him at the moment. Obviously, if you're new to us, you do get fastest lap in PBE, no matter where you finish. Doesn't have to be in the top 10, as long as you do finish. And KD having a little bit of a chat with his teammate Mushroom in the comments, and oh, look at that. Lynx hitting a bit of that inside curve, and that's when his teammates are running. I'm sure Shadows won't even attempt to get past Lynx. They might have to, he's under pressure from V-Robbie behind. But Lynx does have DRS in the car in front, so he should be okay. Yeah, awkward position now for Shadows. He might be a bit quicker than Lynx on those soft tyres, but of course, yeah, V-Robbie's quite far back. V-Robbie, I don't know if he's got a slow setup on as well, but Tommy again really gaining. I wonder if all the Mercedes giving each other a setup. I don't think they lent it to KD, did they? Because he certainly didn't have too much downforce on that car. Nice in Losher as well. And Blaze, look how close Blaze was getting there to the back of Sam Swift, again the same place. But Sam had a DRS from Black Box in front. Lucky him. Menace Mats getting past Jake Lastayer to AlphaTauri reserve, swapping positions. Crazy Bill then. Just, yeah, not getting too close to the front three. Don't want to get too close. You know, it's pointless drawing the back of that, because you're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. He might have got a warning there for exceeding track limits. And because of Lee's front four battling now, Chalkers and Nunda managed to gain up a little bit. In fact, it's not really that. It's that Chalkers is getting a lot quicker. Now he's clearing that Nunda battle. And Nunda's a lot slower. It's going to be easy prey now for Lynx when it comes to the straight, because Nunda's not got DRS to help fight it. So with Nunda and Chalkers spreading out a bit, that's really good for Lynx. Now he can pick them off one by one, then close up to this battle between the top four, make it a top 5 battle. V-Robbie as well, same for him if he can manage to get past Shadders. He's got to be careful on that inside curve though. He's so close to losing it every time through that curve. We'll have a look through everyone through there. Siege in 13th. He's having quite a race at the moment, but he's slowly gaining through the field. Wonder if V-Robbie will send it on the inside. No, he won't. Nice exit though. A little bit of a wobble though, not the best of exits there. And Lynx trying to get past Nunda. Nunda weaving. Lynx is going to focus for the outside line. Not much Nunda can do about this if Lynx does him on the brakes on the outside. Lynx is going to go for it on the outside. No, he's not so much. He's going to tuck in though and focus on getting a good entry into the next DRS zone, and he gets it. He just needs a bit more of that slipstream. He tucks back in to get it, then pulls back out, and Lynx is going to have this and get up into P6, and he does it. Will Shadders go past Nunda as well? Shadders going to go for it as well. He's got to be careful on the brakes though, because Lynx is right there. Nunda's on the inside. Shadders going to go for it though, isn't he? He is, and rightfully so. Shadders does back off though, sensible from Shadders. Nunda gets a penalty out of it though, and now V-Robbie on the inside of Shadders, and Shadders goes wide. He's forced wide a little bit. So yeah, Shadders trying to get back past Nunda there. Has actually lost him a position, but he backed off as well, Shadders, to be fair, which is really sensible. Him obviously being a reserve. Tommy and Dylan close behind this train now as well. Yeah, Nunda's got a 3-second penalty, and yeah, his race pace is really struggling. And Chalkers, look how close. Look how much he's gained up to this battle. Now he's safe through. Now he's clear of Nunda. Now I think Lynx will be able to gain on this as well now. That 2.2 second gap, I think that will soon be a second come this time next lap. Quarter of the race has gone already. I've got to say, what a great start it's been. Only one incident, and then KD obviously that crash. Sloth saying he can't get back in. Yeah, he can't get back on. Yeah, he was just jumping everywhere. It was worse than Nunda's, isn't it? It was awful. Shame for Sloth though. Obviously really wants as many points as he can. What happened to Sloth in qualifying then, eh? Now he's in the comments, he can tell us. But Black Box is starting to pull a bit clear. Sam's still got the DRS, hasn't he? But Black Box still can't pull clear. And I tell you what, this is a great bit of a look at this. The speed from Sam Swift. I don't think he has got Max's set up on. He's going to ease past, isn't he? Oh, what's he doing? Oh, that's strange. Didn't they want the lead? They're really going to cause a bit of a pile up here now, aren't they? Sam is in the lead. He does take it, but he tried to brake early. And look, Bill's got a great one on Blaze as well. Black Box is going for it on Sam. I think they're fighting for the DRS. I think one of them wanted the DRS on this straight, but Sam has got the lead. And look how close his top four is. What a battle this is. I've got to say, it's the best start to race we've had all season. This is incredible. I'm absolutely loving this. Lynx is falling further back, in fact, from the top 5. Chalk is behind, must be sat there thinking, he's onto something here. Yeah, Lynx might just be nursing his tyres a bit more than the guys in front. He might try and go for a medium soft, possibly. The top 5, yeah, their tyres are going to be affected. They have to go wide, risk of getting penalties as well. If someone goes wide in front, you might have to go for a different line. So Lynx might be just being sensible here, but he's got to watch out. And Blaze is in the pits, so Blaze pits. So he's getting out of this train. He wants fresh air. I wonder what Blaze is going to do then. Dylan getting passed by Death Dragon then, and Death Dragon because Dylan's coming to the pits as well. But I wonder what Blaze is going to do here. He's putting on More medium, so it's a medium soft, I should think, for Blaze, but it's just getting out of that train, isn't it, I think? And it's not a bad idea if he comes out in fresh air. So it's a top 4 now. Sam leads, Black Box seconds. Yeah, of course, they've been great racing, haven't they? So far, this first quarter of the race, they were the two that came together yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry, last week. Fake to say it's a 3-second penalty. And yeah, Blaze does come out. He's in fresh air. Sloth in front is just a ghost, and it's the AlphaTauri drivers both reserved, so they won't be too hard to get past. There's all fresh air all the way up to Siege now for Blaze, so he's got 10 seconds in front to catch up, so that might not be a bad idea. Obviously, if it's a safety car now, that wouldn't be too helpful for Blaze. Link just doesn't seem to have the pace, does he? As he did last week. And he's under pressure from Lunda for that P5 again. Great race without safety car, Immortal. Yes, I'm absolutely loving it. We love the safety cars changing strategy. It changes things about and everything. Dan Murphy's getting past Death Dragon, but at the same time, to have a quarter of a race without a safety car, this has been absolutely brilliant. And Death Dragon, he didn't need to do that. He's just gone over that curve and got himself a 3-second penalty. He's let Siege in as well. Siege might be going for it around the outside. This will be a great battle if he can. Is Siege going to go for it? I don't see that rubbish camera angle. No, he doesn't. It's just not quite the grip. Yellow flag, and that is for an AlphaTauri. It's Jake the Slay. He's had a spin, hasn't he? He's hit too much of that curb and lost it. I think Chalkers lost it in qualifying. Talking of Chalkers, he's on the back of this battle series and he lost a couple of attempts. But Lynx now is gaining. But Lynx is dragging along Nunda and V-Robbie and everyone else with him. I think, I'll tell you what, the top 4 are probably the slowest 4 drivers in the top 10 at the moment. Tommy and Shad is now in the pits. The 2 soft runners. Dan Murphy's up to 8th now. So yeah, there's more people pit. They're just getting held up, so they've come out into some fresh air, and that's what Blaze has done. It might be a sensible move from Blaze, pitting early, going to that 2 stop straight away, because he's really getting held up behind Sam Blackbox. I think Bill and Chalker's getting held up obviously as well. But I'm not too sure what's going on here. If they've all got the same pace, whether they're being held up behind. Yeah, Blaze has got a fresh 8 seconds in front with no cars, so I'd be loving that. And coming out of the pits, look at that battle between Dylan and Tommy. They're really close, but a good battle for the lead. Is Blackbox going to go for the inside? No, he's not. He's sensible. He's going to go take a wide line and tuck in. Sam's putting his car in all the right places though. I don't think there's too much he's going to be able to do though. If Blackbox gets a decent line, look at the amount of VRS he's got, and he's not even using any. Sam saving up quite a lot. Now he's going for it. Blackbox down the inside. I don't think there's too much Sam can do about it here. He's fine it on the outside though. The 2 cars side by side. Sam takes a different line, and now he's going for it back on Blackbox. That's absolutely excellent racing. Absolutely fantastic racing between the 2 of them. And Sam, really clever there from Sam. And he gets to place. Surely not. Blackbox on the outside here. Surely he's not going to make this move. He goes for it. He gets tagged, and Bill from behind might get a bit of damage there from that. Oh, Blackbox does get a lead back. That was a great move. He turned in a little bit early, and then Sam didn't turn as much, and they tagged each other. I hope Bill didn't get any wing damage from it though. And Sam comes into the pits. Bill didn't get damage because he's stayed out, and now he's got Blackbox in front. So Sam comes in the pits. What is Sam going to go to then? Chalker's up to 3rd, Link's up to 4th. He's putting on more mediums as well. But look at this. Blaze will be... I know he's been on his tyres a good 2 laps now, Blaze, but he will come out in front of Sam Swift by a good few seconds. He's had fresh air, and he sets the fastest lap as well. He knows people in front of pitting. Link's in 4th under pressure on Nunda and V-Robbie. Trying to go around the outside is not really a place for a move, is it? But he knows on the straight, Nunda's going to have DRS, so it'll be difficult to pass Len. Yeah, Link's still not quite getting up to the top 3, is he? How close is Bill getting to Blackbox in the DRS? He's not even got the DRS yet. I think this will be easy pickings for Crazy Bill. And Blaze has come out 6 seconds clear of Sam. I thought he'd be in front, but Bill takes the lead easily. I thought Blaze would be in front of Sam, but by pitting 2 laps early on the undercut, he's gained 6 seconds. That's how slow this leading pack were going. I say slow, I mean they're still of course quick, but they're holding them up so much. Blaze by pitting has gained 6 seconds on all those leaders, so the excellent move from Blaze. There we go, Blackbox does take the move back. Pretty straightforward move at DRS, is so powerful. Could be a wonderful strategy Blaze has done there. And Bill gets a 3-second penalty, and he's always wobbling as well. So not a good sector there for Bill. Loses the lead, gets the penalty, and nearly loses control of the car as well. And now he's under big pressure from Chalkers behind. What a race Chalkers has had so far. What a race this has been. Absolutely loving this. Yeah, Spain next week. Immortal's alluding to as well. And Tommy and Dylan are fighting out as well. They're side by side. And yeah, I think Dylan just about got the place. Tommy's going to try and fight it on the outside. There's a great battle. We've got Jake the Slayer in front. on the outside. Tommy Dillon on the inside curve. That's a lovely move. I don't think Dillon was fighting it too hard, to be honest. It was a lovely move there. And Lunder and V Robbie both into the pits now. So Black Box in the lead. Crazy Bill second with a penalty though. Chalker's third. Link stays out as well. I still think Link's could be going for the medium soft. I don't know, the top three could as well. Death Dragon, Siege and Menace Max will be doing the same thing. But there we go. Miller's on the hards. Wow, he's going to the hard tyres. He's daring. Where do they come out though? In relation to Sam and Blaze, let's just see the time difference. Let's not forget, Linda wasn't too far off Sam Swift. He's come out 5 seconds behind. The undercut round here is so powerful. And yeah, I just can't believe 2 laps earlier Blaze pitted. And it's came 6 seconds. The undercut is ridiculously strong. And this lead pack, it just shows in the traffic, it's just not worth it. If you're in so much traffic, come in and pit. Because the leaders, Black Box, Sam, Bill, Chalkers, are not actually going that fast. Chalker's still getting held up, but Crazy Bill has got a good run on Black Box here. I don't think he's close enough to go for it now, and he thinks against it. V-Robbie's getting past Slayer. V-Robbie on the P12. Could the front two both be going for a one-stop? Yes, they could. Siege getting past Death Dragon. And again, Death Dragon sensibly backing out of that one. Approaching half distance in a couple of laps. I've got to say, this has been the best after a race so far we've seen all season in any league. Absolutely loving this. No Bradfield in the comms box. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Makes the race so much better. He's jinxed. Bill getting a little bit wide there. Chalkers. Not, and yeah, Links, I don't know if he's saving tyres or what, but he's just not quite on. Got the same pace as the leaders, has he? I can only presume he is saving up for a medium soft strategy. But yeah, he's not got much ERS left either. Knowlesy getting ahead of Sloth. Yeah, if you're sorry for Hand Engine, Knowlesy having no safety cars. Hand Engine gets the penalties and so that. They're battling each other the whole race, but that collision they had, or we think they had, in the first lap, without that safety car, it's just consigned them to the back of the field. Bill putting Black Box under pressure. That 3-second penalty Bill's got though could really be costly. Blaze catching up to the back of this little battle now, so we might start to see Blaze stop gaining some time. Obviously on some older tyres as well, we'll start to see Sam in fresh air close back up to Blaze. But for the sake of 2 laps older tyres, it's well worth it. And Black Box getting passed by Crazy Bill. He's down the inside Bill. And again, Black Box not fighting it too hard. He's going for the up and under. And he's got a good exit as well. I don't think Bill's going to be able to fight this very hard, is he? DRS open as well now for Black Box. And Bill's got quite a pacey setup on. He's not swamped, but he's easily passed still. Black Box gets the move done. Blaze getting past Menace Max as well. Next up for Blaze, he's got this battle between Death Dragon and Siege, and they're battling each other. So this is going to be difficult for Blaze to get past, isn't it? He's going to start losing some time following these two in the sector 2 and the rest of sector 3 as well. And there he goes. Look, Sam's going to start to gain some time. I wonder if Blaze will go for an adventurous move on the inside. He's going to go for it as well, isn't he? I don't think Siege will be fighting this too hard on the outside. That's Blaze's position, yeah, and Siege concedes that position. He knows that's not worth fighting. He'd only get himself into bother. Blaze gets past. Fair play to Siege there for not fighting it too hard. And next up for Blaze is Death Dragon, and he's got through this little field. Only got one car left to go, isn't he? He's done this pretty easily, Blaze, to be honest. He's used quite a bit of his ERS up, and I think he'll get Death Dragon here as well, because Death Dragon's had a poor exit coming out the final corner. Death Dragon got to be cautious there. Of course, he crashed there in qualifying. Blaze goes down the inside, and I think he's got the place, and he has. So there we go. That has not cost Blaze too much time at all getting through that battle. It's about 5.5 seconds back to Sam now. So he's lost about a second overtaking 3 cars. There's quality there from Blaze. Precision as well. He's getting through. Death Dragon will try and cling onto his DRS for a bit, try and pull away from Siege, and Menace Max are all on the same strategy. Invite's no longer valid, saying Sloth, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think it'll let me send him another invite because he's in the session, but he can't take our eyes off his battle for lead. Don't know if KD's in the session and sent him an invite, but it's unfortunate for Sloth. We'll try and get him an invite when we can. Black Box. Oh, this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. This one is Bill going to go for it. He puts his car just about there, but he's not side by side at all. Bill's got to be careful because he has got that 3-second penalty. Dan Murphy getting past him under pretty easily down into the straight, and Menace Max getting past Siege as well. So Siege, yeah, Menace Max going for the move and gets it done as well. Going into turn 11, Death Dragon's managed to pull away from these. Yeah, we were saying, can he try and cling on to Blaze's DRS to pull away from Siege? And he's over a second clear. Obviously Siege's been overtaken now as well, so I wonder if Death Dragon, I think he's just fallen outside it now, so he won't get it for much longer. But Blaze already I tell you what, Blaze has been absolutely incredible. He's just he's 7.5 seconds off the lead, I think. Let me just have a look at. He's 7 seconds off the lead, and he's already pitted, and the top 4 haven't. I mean, call it phenomenal pace from Blaze in fresh air, or call it the lead pack are just going really slow, holding each other up. But that from Blaze is an absolute masterclass to pit early there. Lap 8, I think he pitted on the mediums. We looked and we thought, oh God, that's early. But he knew what he was doing, and I think everyone else might be thinking now that they should have done the same thing. Blaze will soon get past Lynx, and it won't be too hard for him to get past him either. Of course, yeah, by the looks of it now though, that top 4 are now nearly at half distance. It's looking like they're going to try and go for a one-stop medium soft. So at the same time, and look at the battle for the lead. They're side by side this time. Bill and Black Box. Black Box pushes Bill to the outside line. Who's going to have the DRS? It's going to be Bill. Bill's got the DRS. He tucks in. He's going to have the DRS. He goes on the outside. I think he's going to get it easily done. Great racing between the two of them. This has been the battle for the lead for so many laps now, isn't it? Sam is now onto the back of the battle between. Oh, and Black Box. What's happened there? He got a 3-second penalty for that as well, which I think, if he doesn't get any more warnings, that could be removed. He's going up and under now on chalkers, but this has allowed Bill to go clear. I don't know what happened to Black Box there. Look at this battle. Black Box on the outside. Great move if he can make it stick, and he turns in. That's a brilliant move from Black Box. Get that clip, Dylan. Oh, he can't get it clipped. He's racing, isn't he? In fact, he's getting past and under. Yeah, he's getting past and under. He can't be clipping that. Tommy on the outside. Oh, Tommy getting pushed. Yeah, damn enough. He's got the place. He just looked went straight. It's like his wheel disconnected. I don't know if he's on a wheel even, Black Box. I think he said before, but he just suddenly went straight over that curve, didn't he? And yeah, that's one. If he does, and Sam's getting past Steve, who's saying he's got to get through this little field now, Sam as well, because he could be on for a decent P2 here, couldn't he? If he can get through the field the way Blaze did. It's only 5 seconds off Blaze. But the front runners will be pitting in a few laps' time for those soft tyres to the end. Lynx is not going to fight too hard if he's getting easily done by Blaze on the straight. It's not much he'll be able to do about it. He's not got DRS either from the cars in front. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Black Box there. That's really cost him because he's got to gain up now. He's outside the DRS. Chalker's just about got DRS, so it'll help him. And Blaze is going to ease past Lynx here, having already pitted as well. Blaze, it's just crazy. Wouldn't have thought that big in the race. Black Box is on pad, yeah, he is on pad. So it looked like almost a wheel disconnection the way he went off. So I'm not quite sure how that's happened there. 51 viewers, and yeah, this great amount of viewers we got as well. I don't blame you because this is absolutely fantastic. Lynx has got a 3-second penalty as well, so it's not going to help him. Death Dragon, his race pace is so good, isn't it? So good now. He's only 2.4 off Lynx and on the same strategy. Sam Swift gaining up to Death Dragon though. And yeah, he needs to get past as soon as he can. And all of a sudden, before you know it, Blaze is again in this battle between the top 4. Only difference is he's had a pit stop and worked his way through the whole field. The race pace of this guy is absolutely incredible. Oh, he's lucky he saved that, otherwise he'd have been in the wall. Sam Swift does get past DJ. Oh, DJ didn't fight that one too hard, did he? Max is behind as well. I don't think Max will be pushing too hard, but Sam gets through. Sam's got to try and close up to Lynx now. So yeah, we're back all on strategy. Of course, Blaze is on fresher tyres. He's already pitted, but the top 4, it's all level again. They've all got to pit again. So Blaze has just got to try and make as much time up in as many places as he can to the top 3 whilst he's got the fresher tyres in the next couple of laps before they all pit and they're all on par again. But even still, the 2 stoppers worked incredibly for Blaze. And Siege is out, and there could be a safety car now. Siege has lost it coming out of turn 2. It is a safety car. Oh, so Blaze would have wanted another couple of laps, but he finally do get a safety car. Siege is the one that's lost it. And those 15 lap on mediums. Will softs go to the end though? I mean, of course they're going to have to put the softs on now, otherwise they have to put the hards on, won't they? So they're going to have to go for it. But this makes things really interesting, and we're going to see a real struggle towards the end of the race in terms of tyre wear if they stick the softs on, but they've got no choice. They can't stick the hards on because they're just going to get swamped. Softs should go to the end, saying Kieran. King saying it's probably hand cramps. I don't blame Black Box if it's hand cramps. He's been non-stop racing for the lead the whole race. Is there anyone who's going to have to double stack that we can see? I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to be affected by a double stack. Not by the looks of things. But yeah, Siege out of the race then. Big shame for Siege. Went for a good race in the Netherlands last week. Shame for only one safety car so far. I've got to say this first half of the race was absolutely incredible. Siege, obviously, those tyres, 15 lap on mediums, just couldn't handle it anymore, could they? See the yellow flag pop up, and then we see it's for Siege. And top 4, well, looks fit. Well, they'll all come in the pits, obviously. Yeah, they are, so they're all back on par now. Yeah, a couple more laps. Blaze could have made up some positions, possibly get up to second at least. No one gets penalties for speed in the pits. It'll help Lynx close back up as well. Sam's back in too. It's going to be a straight battle between these at the end of the race now, isn't it? All coming in. Yeah, V-Rob, it's a shame for him really, he's not long pitted. No one can stay out, can they? Because no one can go to the end on these tyres. Everyone's got to pit again. So everyone is going to come in. The whole field coming in. Bill's going to lead the race. Black Box in second. Chalkers in third. Great race from Chalkers. Blaze in fourth. Lynx fifth. Sam in sixth. Pulsitter, sorry, in sixth. There he is. Menace Max. I mean, that's worked wonders for him, isn't it? He's up in the seventh after starting last. He just always seems to make something out of nothing. Death Dragon in eighth. Great chance for Death Dragon. He has got a penalty though. Shadows has put mediums on. Obviously, because he started on the softs, he can then go to different compounds. So he's put mediums on. So that, again, he's only reserve. He might as well go for something different. And if he feels the softs are going to struggle to get to the end, he'll be quick towards the end. He'll be quicker than the soft runners last couple of laps, that's for sure. Vivo being 10th and as well, he'll want to overtake Shadows and close up that battle. Dan Murphy's also gone for mediums. Tom in on the softs, mediums for Nunda. Yeah, Nunda unfortunately has not quite lived up to his qualifying standards in the race, is he? And Engine Slayer, Feather back, Sloth not in the session. That gives us a chance to try and invite Sloth back. Knowlesy, yeah, Knowlesy will be happy about the safety car course. Finally get himself back into the race, can't he? Didn't even touch a curb, just spun out saying Siege. Yeah, I think that's more of a tyre wear issue than obviously a curb issue. Then 15 lap on medium, so it's really pushing it. What were your tyres on? Do you know, Siege? Percentage wise, tyre wear? That lovely Aston Martin safety car. Doing bits for me, that is. Absolutely love it. See if Sloth can get. They're only on 44%. Wow. So 15 laps on those mediums, only on 44%. So yeah, the softs should be alright to the end, if that's the rate on the mediums. So yeah, they weren't even struggling that bad on those mediums. That's interesting. Siege might just be very good on tyre wear and the others might be struggling more, but yeah, I think we'll wait for Andenge and Knowlesy to catch up. Safety car will be out for one more lap at least. So yeah, in terms of penalties, Black Box and Bill, the two leaders on free. So as it stands, if they all cross the line like this, Chalkers is the leader with those penalties. Lynx has got a 3-second penalty. Obviously Blaze hasn't. Sam and Max haven't got penalties. Death Dragon has in 8th. And towards the back, Nunda, Andenge, Jake and Knowlesy have all got penalties. Yeah, they're all on fresh softs in the top 8. It's just going to be a battle to the end, isn't it? And yeah, they will easily get to the end, especially after a couple of laps on the safety car. Not sure it'll be too easy come the last 2 laps, but they should be okay. And I wonder if Chalkers can just keep level. The thing is for Chalky, he's got to worry about Blaze behind, isn't he? And let's see if Chalkers and Blaze have got any warnings themselves. Chalkers has got 2 warnings. He got them 2 consecutive laps as well. Blaze has also got 2 warnings. So they're both one off a penalty. Bill's not got any more warnings, and neither's Black Box. So Black Box and Bill have only just got their 3 seconds. Chalkers and Blaze only 1 warning off it. So they'll be racing on eggshells for the rest of the race. Avoiding 1 more warning for Chalkers or Blaze could be the thing that decides the race win today. Sam in 6th. I'll have a look at Sam, because if he's got no warnings, he could be okay. He's got 2 as well. What about Max? Max has only got 1. And Sloth has joined back, so there we go. So Sloth is back in the session. He's on the mediums, but in P17, got no penalties. He's definitely in the race, in rush out at some points. If you're in the race, you're always in rush out at points, of course. Of course, at least the fastest lap point towards the end if there is nothing on. Wow, what an entertaining race this has been. Only 2 DNFs as well. They're all bunched together now as well, so there's more chance of incidents than that. But we were saying last night on the safety car restart, the leader is always in a good place, and safety car is coming in at Abu Dhabi just because the pit straight is relatively short, isn't it? So you can just get a decent exit. And oh, I think Sloth's just overtaken Jake. I think he's going to give him the place back. I don't know if that's because when he joined his car he accelerated, whether it's because he jumped in front. don't think Sloth's jumping, so I think Sloth might be okay. Anyway, hopefully no one gets any 5-second penalties. Let's have a look then. At Bill, he bunches the pack up. When does he go? I would just wait until the straight and then have an easy run down to turn 1. He's gone now though, he's gone early. Black Box has read it well, so now he's putting himself under pressure to get a good exit out of the final corner. And there Black Box is pretty close as well, but he's still got enough to stay in the lead. Gaps are all pretty even further back as well. There's not too much of that straight, is there? Bill and Black Box in the lead then. Third is Chalkers getting the ERS down early. B-Bobby getting past Shadows then. B-Bobby's up to P9, it's a good move from there, really gutsy going on it. I think he knows Shadows obviously on the mediums. And Shadows is a reserve, so he's not going to fight it too hard. Death Dragon 8 needs to pull clear because he's got that 3-second penalty. Max in 7th, a little bit slower than the runners in front, so he's might be holding up. V-Robbie there in 9th. V-Robbie want to get past Death Dragon Max to close up to this and make it a top 7. But at the moment it's a top 6 fight for the lead, isn't it? It's an incredible. Black Box under a lot of pressure from Chalkers. Bill's had a great restart though, great first lap from him. Chalkers on Black Box though. Yeah, he's not quite close enough there. Of course, DRS is not enabled for a few laps there. Blaze getting so close to the back of Chalkers there too. But has to back out and actually lose a bit of time from it. Let's Links in with a chance. And Dan Swift there too. Max is over a second behind. DJ Death Dragon under big pressure from V-Robbie. One of V-Robbie's going to go for a move down the inside. He's going to go for a bit of a dive. And I think Death Dragon's got it just about. Yeah, he backs out of it. Sensible there from V-Robbie. Sloth getting past Jake to save for P17 and he gets the move done. And Black Box nearly a second behind Bill now. So Bill's really pushing. He knows he's got that 3-second penalty. He's got to push for it. But still, Chalkers is the one. He's 1.6 off the lead now. So Bill is pulling away quite a bit, as you can see. So this is the most spread out they've been the whole race. And that's just one lap after being under a safety car. Strange how it works out, but Blaze in 4th, Links in 5th. Bill sets the fastest lap and he's over a second clear of Black Box as well. So if Bill can maintain that gap for the rest of the race, let Black Box do the hard work, holding cars up behind, and Black Box is wide in turn 1 as well. He's lost another temp, possibly 2 temps. It's 2 temps even he's lost. And Chalkers wants to get that P2 done now, because as it stands, Bill's just going to keep pulling away. Chalkers down 2 seconds off the lead. Blaze in 4th, just sitting there comfortably at the moment. I think he's waiting for the DRS to be enabled. 19% wear Thursday, no grip, say mushroom. Yeah, that's lap 5 I went on the mediums. Oh, mine was a curve thing, but it felt awful starting on used mediums. That's what I started last in the fresh ones. Sam in 6th. Got lots of DRS, ERS saved up. V-Bobby's getting past Death Dragon. So there we go, he's got to get past Death Dragon. He got past Shadows as well on the first lap onto the restart. He's only got Max to go now. And then he's onto this field, isn't he? Mind you, Max is in a second off this battle himself now. Lynx is falling back a little bit, so I think Sam will look for a move on Lynx soon when the DRS is enabled. Chalkers falling back, but Black Box, it's not Chalkers falling back, it's Black Box pulling back up, because he's pulled back up within a second, or he's just lost a couple of attempts again though. So yeah, Bill's not going to have this all easy, is he? It's maintaining about 2 seconds between Bill and Chalkers, but Chalkers needs the DRS from Black Box when it's enabled, as Andenge gets a 3-second penalty. Blaze in 4th. Oh, he's probably the quickest driver on the track at the moment, isn't he? We've seen him in fresh air, how quick he is. Mind you, we've not seen a lot of drivers in fresh air ever. They've been battling the whole race, so I wonder how they would be. DRS is now enabled, and Death Dragon is out. He's done it again, hasn't he? No, he's not. He's lost outside the same place. Oh, it's a safety car again. But Death Dragon, that Aston Martin has gone 3 races in a row now. Me on Thursday had lost it at the penultimate corner. Bradfield yesterday, and now Death Dragon has lost it in the exact same place. 3 nights in a row and Aston Martin's gone the same place. It's crazy. And that won't help Crazy Bill, because he wanted to pull away there as much as he can. We're having that 3-second penalty. So we'll probably have a 5-lap shootout to the end then now. So we'll have 5 laps to pull 3 seconds clear, but Chalkers and Blaze will definitely suit them, that safety car. Got launched by the curb saying Death Dragon, yeah, you've got to stay off that orange curb. That orange sausage bit, you've got to stay off it, as I found out the hard way on Thursday. Who's this good? It's not good for Shadows and Dan, this, because the softs will comfortably get to the end, even more so than they did before. So they might be under pressure from Tommy and Dylan behind. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like he's going to be getting any points, unfortunately. Sloth's come in the pits, just put 9-lap-old softs on him. So I think he'll be back in the pits if he has time to. I'm sure we will. There we got 3/4 into the race now. We've seen, as I say, we saw the KD crash early on. That was a mistake. Losing out a penultimate corner. Siege losing out a turn 2. Bringing out the safety car a few laps ago, and Death Dragon just a lap after the restart. Bringing out the safety car again. Well, it's crashing the same place where KD did. So again, only instance of adding this race. Been 3 individual crashes from them, and then obviously the and engine Knowlesy collision early on the race, which is going to side them towards the back for the whole race. No one's going to be pitting in this. Well, no one in the top 8 at least. I wonder if Shadows or Dan will go for a pit stop. Yes. Oh no. He's dummied me there, I tell you that. Well done, Shadows. Fair play. No, everyone is staying out. Apart from Knowlesy, he's in the pits. More fresh tyres. He's not going to lose any positions because he knows Sloth's going to pit as well, so he might as well. I mean, he's only on 2-lap old softs, but if he's got a fresh set of softs, why not? Not going to lose anything from it. Just more chance of getting the fastest lap, isn't there? It's 1-lap old softs, so there we go. That saves him a couple of laps of tyre wear. Give him a chance of gaining some positions, so yep. Death Dragon unfortunately left the session, yeah. It's a shame for him. He's in the running in the points as well. Oh. Anyway, Crazy Bill then in the lead. I think the safety car, I'm not sure actually if it'll be in this lap or not. We have got a couple of runners a bit further back. But we will soon find out. We usually find out at the end of the next straight if the safety car's coming in or not. Getting close to the back of that safety car, isn't he, Bill? He's been in a bit of trouble if it braked. Who was it that got taken out by the safety car in Hungary at the beginning of the season? Who was it? I can't remember. I remember someone crashed into the back of the safety car in Hungary. I don't remember who it was though. It's 46 people watching. Surely one of you know. Somebody crashed into the safety car. I can't remember what league it was that I was commentating on. Might have been the Friday night one, but I can't remember for the life of me who it was. I'll have to look back. Whoever it is not going to tell me because they don't want to bring it up. The safety, it's not said it's coming in yet, so you might be staying out waiting for Slayer and Sloth to catch up to the pack. I say stuff it, go without them. Burn Islander's a kind guy, very clearly. I wouldn't want to be getting that close to the safety car, Bill, but anyway, confident enough, isn't he? Look at him. Look at him, it looks like the safety car's towing him. Black Box and Chalkers then. P2, P3. What a battle we've had for the lead the whole race. It was Black Box and Sam to begin with, and when Sam pitted it was Bill and Black Box. Black Box made that little mistake then, which allowed Bill to pull clear. Oh, I hope that's not going to give a fake penalty to Black Box now. Sometimes does that if you would get your nose in front and then go back. Doesn't look like it has, which is good. Sure it'll be in this lap. Jacob stays pitting again. Why? Doing the same thing Knowles did, I suppose, but more fresh softs on him. He's got him. Hopefully he can catch back up to the pack though. I'm sure the safety car will be in this race. I hope. Race anyway. I meant this lap. Yeah, he'll comfortably catch back up, and obviously warm his tyres out the field because he'll be racing through sector 1. No one's reminded me of who crashed into the safety car. I can't remember. I'll have a quick look. Through the standing and see if I can try and work out who it was. Let me have a look. I think it might have been. Was it one of the first races in the championship when I was commentating? I think it was. Oh no, was it? Mo. It was Mo. Yeah, it was in the championship. It was Mo in the Alpine. Yeah, he crashed into the safety car in Hungary. So, and I think that was the first race of the season, wasn't it, Hungary as well? You know, like I said, next week's going to be Spain, so if you like Spain, it's good for you. I personally can't stand Spain. It's a horrible track. And there we go, Jake has caught back up. It's still not said safety car's coming in, but now it has. So we're going to have 5 lap shootout to decide this race, and Chalkers will be sat there comfortably at the moment, but he won't be comfortable when a safety car comes in because he's going to have to do all he can to try and stay within 3 seconds of leaders. He's on 2 warnings himself, as is Blaze. They've both got to avoid getting any more warnings themselves. Bill and Black Box doesn't look like they're going to get any more penalties because they've only got the 3 warnings which earn them the penalty. Although, like we said, Black Box could get his 3 seconds removed with what happens if he actually cut the curb, but lost that position, didn't he? We have to look at his footage after. I'm sure he'll submit it. But yeah, so unless he gets no more warnings, he could be in with getting that removed black box. Little does Chalkers know that. When's Bill going to go? He's going to go at the same time. No, he's not. I think he's taking my advice and going to go off the final corner this time. Or he's going to go up to the line. No, he's gone out the final corner. And again, it's not the best of starts, but it's good enough. Chalkers closer behind to black box. Oh, look how late Blaze is on the brakes, and V-Bobby's getting past Menace Max down the inside. And V-Bobby's now on the back of his teammate. These Mercedes looking to climb through the field. London's getting past Dylan for P12. Look at the slipstream. Sam Swift's getting off Lynx. Just about manages to get rid of it. Lynx does. And look at them all how close they are. Bill already 6.5 attempts clear. He's got to push, hasn't he? He's got to push. He's nearly 8 attempts clear now. Chalkers going to be putting black box under pressure. Blaze there as well. Lynx and P5 will have DRS for 2 laps towards the end. Yellow flag, and that's for Ferrari and Nunda. And he's lost it, I think, under the traction, accelerating into that onto the straight. And Blaze, is he going to go down the inside? He does go down the inside, and that pushes Chalkers wide. And where is Blaze? I think he's I don't know if they've conceded the position, but Chalkers, so no DRS, a bit of a drag race now, and Lynx behind is going to make it 3 wide as well, and it's allowed the top 2 to clear. And look at this, Blaze down the inside. Lynx just manages to pull back, and Chalkers going for it around the outside. Chalkers manages to get that position back. That's a lovely move there, and Blaze losing it. He's in the wall as well. Blaze on the outside now. Lynx manages to get through as well. Yeah, it was a day late and $1 short from Blaze, I think that move was, and it's cost him a position instead of gained him one from going for it. But he's still on for good points there. I'm not sure if he's got that end plate on. Yeah, he has. He did scrape the wall, didn't he? But I think he's avoided wing damage. But there we go. Look, this is now Crazy Bill's over a second clear. Chalker's been affected by that move from Blaze. Black Box has now pulled 2.2 seconds over on him as well. So if Black Box does get a penalty removed, he's in a great place. Chalker's now got to defend from Lynx too. So Lynx in P4, he's not going to go for it here. No, it's just not enough. Not long enough, is it, that straight? Yellow flag, and Andenge's out. Andenge's just lost it at the final corner. Too late for a safety car. No, it's not too late for a safety car. Safety car on that 25. That's crazy. We're going to get 2 laps to the end then. So again, we've finally been hit by the safety cars. Now had 3 safety cars for 3 instants, haven't we? Unfortunately. So that's the thing. As soon as you get 1 safety car, you then get cold tyres, and then everyone starts clipping the curbs because there's cars right in front of them. They've taken a different line and they lose it, and then they've got another one now, and it's getting a little bit frustrating, obviously, after a great start to the race. Well, great first half of it at least. And this is going to help Chalkers close back up. Chalkers will be relieved about that. And yeah, well, that's with everyone else behind Chalkers, because that battle between Chalkers and Blaze really cleared Bill and Black Box, so that will annoy Bill and Black Box, that's for sure. But yeah, Blaze made that move down the inside Chalkers. It was just a bit too late on the brakes, wasn't it? And it pushed Chalkers wide, and it lost Blaze the position in the end, and then lost him a place to Lynx as well. Oh, Lynx, I don't know if he took his eye off, or Chalkers broke early there, but 2 TRT boys getting close there in 3rd and 4th. Pink Floyd in the comments saying, my first time here, been watching since Q2, fantastic commentary. Thank you very much, mate, much appreciated, and thank you for the follow as well, number 956. Brilliant. Get yourself in Discord as well, mate. I think someone will put the link in if they are listening, so you can get yourself in that if you're involved in the racing as well, or if you just want to watch the races, then you're more than welcome to keep following along, mate. But Crazy Bill in P1, 1.7 clear from the start, the 3rd from last lap, so 3 laps left. I think this will be, yeah, the safety car's still waiting for them. I think this will be the only lap under the safety car, and there are 2 laps of racing at the end. But it's rare you see a safety car come out that lap. Rare you see a safety car come out that late. And why is Jake pitting? Again. He's going for that. He wants that fastest lap point, doesn't he? How many fresh sets of softs has he got? Well, no more, because he's actually he'd come into the pits and put older tyres on. Well, that's a bit silly. Surely it told him he didn't have any fresh softs left. But, yeah, that's Jake the Slayer's strategy choices for you, everyone. Sloth in P14. He's still on for a couple. He could still challenge for a couple of points if he gets aggressive in the final couple of laps. Everyone else in front is on older tyres. So, and obviously Knowles, got a penalty too. That could help Sloth. Jake the Slayer will close back up. And I think the safety car will come in this lap. Hopefully it does. We get 2 laps of racing instead of 1. But I'm going to quickly have a look at Black Box. See if he's got any more warnings. Obviously if he's got more than 3 now. And no, he hasn't. So that third warning could still get removed for Black Box. So he could still be in the lead. I'm sure he'll report it. He might not even report it. But he lost time from getting it. Safety car is in. I'm not sure what happened to him there. I say it looked like a type of thing that happens when your wheel disconnects. It was this curb here. He just went straight over it. Lost a position from it as well. But obviously... yeah, obviously he hasn't got a wheel. So I don't know how it happened. But obviously it will be taken into consideration what's going on in the race as well. Obviously a late safety car because Bill was pulling away and he could have pulled out a good few seconds over Black Box. We will see. Bill is going to do the restart. He's gone 2 different places. The last 2 restarts he's done. There's nowhere else he can go for restarts. Still really bunched up, aren't they? Not seeing any 5-second penalties on the safety car today, which is good. Please don't say I've jinxed that. Please don't say I've jinxed that. Bill's gone even earlier. He has gone for a different place this time. He might catch up to the safety car though. Will he have to slow down? They've had to slow down. So they've had to... It slowed Black Box down a little bit there. But Bill's got a good start. He's half a second clear. Chalker's 8/10 further back. So Chalker's not had the best of restarts. Sloth is getting past Knowlesy. We said he's going to go aggressive. He's got up into P13. He's got a few reserves ahead as well. About the next 5 cars in reserve, so he could still get up into the point Sloth, as we mentioned a minute ago. Blaze on links, is he going to go for a move? No, he's not going to go for it. Sensibly backs off. V Robbie on Sam Swift gets the move done. Yellow flag. I think Nunda and Jake the Slayer might have had it coming together. I think they have. So yeah, reserve. Get involved instant there, not so good. Blaze, oh, he's getting close to links and he's started to slide a bit. Nearly lost it. He's getting passed by V Robbie now as well, so V Robbie up in the P5. I think Blaze will try and want this back though. I think he'll try and get it back on the inside as well. He's going to be late on the brakes, that's for sure. He's not actually. V Robbie on the outside line. Blaze is going to go up and under. And he does get a good exit as well. I think he's going to try and get this back, Blaze. Definitely is. Sam Swift's close behind, watching on as well. You can see his Mercedes teammate in trouble in front. He's going to have to brake really late though, Blaze. He wants it this time and he's not going to brake late enough. He couldn't brake any later, in fairness. V Robbie gets a 3-second penalty though, so Blaze, yeah, could still be up to 4th. Dylan got a penalty as well. But out in front, Chalkers, he's just not, and he's used all his ERS deploy already on this stage of lap, and he's falling a lot further back, isn't he? He's really not got much pace at this stage. Links and Vigo are both behind with penalties, but it's Blaze and Sam that will really want to push up, because Chalkers at the moment has got this podium, isn't he? He just needs to, he can let Links and Vigo be passed. And look how slow he is about that deploy. He's losing so much time, but Bill does lead, going to the final corner without that deploy. Sam gets a penalty without the deploy. Chalker's under big pressure. Links going for it. He's going to go up and under. Surely not going to go side by side here. That's risky. And Links does sensibly back off. Yeah, it's not really struggle sometimes to get 1 car through there, let alone 2 side by side. V Robbie on the back of Links. This is good positions. They've both got 1 3-second penalty each. Of course, there's going to be no DRS, unfortunately, because it's been not yet 3 laps. It's a safety car. Oh, and V Robbie hits the back of Links. I wonder if he's got damage from that, but V Robbie going aggressive there, and Blaze got a bit wobbly. But Chalker's going to be under big pressure from Links. Out in front, Bill, I think he might have heard about Black Box possibly getting that 3-second penalty removed, because he's trying to pull away as much as he can. Chalker's under pressure from Links, and Links down the inside, and he tag wheels and locking up. Both cars do. Links is on the outside, and he tucks back in. Chalker's wobbling a little bit. Links has got a much better exit. I think he's going to get Chalker's here. Chalker's shouldn't fight it too hard. And V Robbie's there as well. Look, they're all going to get squeezed. And look at this, it's a great way. 3-way battle here. Down the inside goes V Robbie. That's going to end in carnage if it carries on. Chalker's backs off. And Chalker's has got himself a 3-second penalty fighting it. So now Links is on the podium. Oh no, he's not. Because Blaze is there. Blaze is coming on the podium. And V Robbie's had a huge smack. He's had a huge smack, and he's lost it on the final lap. Getting involved in that battle, and he just lost it under traction. We're going to the lead though. Blaze should have that podium as it stands, because Links and Chalkers have the penalty. Such a shame for Chalkers. Bill's going to cross the line. Black Box, we don't know, he might have 3 seconds to be removed. Bill crosses line. He currently wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Black Box crosses the line 2.8 seconds behind. Links in 3rd, Chalkers 4th, Blaze goes up to 3rd, Menace Max in 4th. It's absolutely incredible. We've got to say it though, Crazy Bill wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I'm going to quickly check, make sure Black Box didn't get any warnings on that final couple of laps. No, he didn't. So if Black Box asks for that to be removed, he'll let us know, obviously, in the what's it called? In the old commentary box for his interview. But Black Box at least will be 2nd on the podium. More consistent points. Blaze up into third. Great effort for strategy, that is. Unlucky to drive same fee, Robbie. Yeah, unfortunately made another mistake in the race, didn't he? It's just you've got to keep going. Unfortunately lost the traction. Driver team Menace Max. We hardly watched him for the whole race because of the late safety car. He had no penalties and he gained up to P4 in the Champions League. That's absolutely incredible from Max. If he does get promoted to the Champions League, he'll definitely be one to watch out for. What a race. What a race for Max. And we didn't even get time to look through all the points sitters, did we? I wonder if Sloth got up into the points. Sloth didn't, unfortunately. He's down in P12. But look, Dan Murphy in 5th. Links with that penalty holds on to 6th for still some good points for him. Shadders in 7th as well. What a race for Shadders. Tommy in 8th. Chalkers, unfortunately, drops down to 9th. Look how close it is between, just a couple of seconds between 3rd and 8th. Really close between 6 cars there. Sam Swift, unfortunately, with that 3-second penalty. It's such a shame getting penalties and safety cars at the end. They cross the line 4th and 5th, and Chalkers and Sam down in 9th and 10th. That's a big shame for them because they're on for some really, really top points. But Crazy Bill, Black Box, what they're definitely 1-2. Which order, we don't know yet. We'll speak to Black Box in a minute. But Blaze with a good podium as well. Menace Max so close to the podium too. What a race this has been. Let's get the top 3 in, see if they want to join for an interview. Don't think we've got any energy left. I'll be going to bed after this, that's for sure. Bill, Black Box, and we'll get Blaze in as well, wherever he is. See if they join us. Yeah, in the end, Dylan was 11th, just off the points. Sloth in 12th. It's a shame his connection let him down throughout the whole race. Nosey 13th again, V Robbie as well. It's really gunning for the Mercedes to get some decent points today, but I'm sure KD and Mushroom were in the comments, but only one in the end. Could have been a lot more from him. Red Bull too with Chalkers. He was on for some great points. Chalkers running in the top 4, top 5 pretty much the whole race. And then towards the end, obviously just lost it in that little battle and got himself a 3-second penalty in the last lap. Anyway, and Crazy Bill got the fastest lap as well. So that's a bonus point no matter what. Anyway, talking to Crazy Bill. He is here. Take us through your race, mate. What on earth happened there?
I thought I was gonna get a decent quality position. I saw everyone, like I saw Black Box. I think it was Sam and Blaze, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, these are quick. And I just stayed patient. I saw Blaze pit, I saw Sam pit, and I was like, oh, it's Black Box. I ain't gonna get past him. And then with a bit of luck, I managed to catch him off guard, and the safety car saved me. The first one did, and then the second one, I was like, oh, I'm not going to win this. My 3 seconds is going to screw me over here. But I don't know what happened at the end, but yeah, I managed to pull through.
Yeah, I think further behind, Blaze went for a move on Chalkers, and it was 3 by 3, and then it all fell a couple of seconds backwards, left it between you both. But yeah, we've seen, like I was saying on the stream as well, over the last year since I've first known you, you were slower than me, and now suddenly you're this quick. So how's that happened?
Practice makes perfect, mate.
Yeah, well, practice I think is a word, isn't it? But anyway, we'll go on to Black Box quickly. P2, solid race yet again, and then obviously last week was a bit disappointing. We didn't speak to you for the first time in a while, but again, quality race for me, mate.
Yeah, so basically, following on from what Bill was said, I didn't think he was going to get past me, but he did. So well done to him. I couldn't keep up with the braking, and like he was just under brakes. It's just a lot better. And with the quali, I honestly thought I was going to get P1. I have the non-ABS world record, so wow. I thought that was gonna get me through. But me and Lynx both struggled. So something to look back on. And I got done over with one of the penalties. I don't know what happened there, but
we did watch it as well. We were saying, I wonder if you'd say something about that, because we saw you actually lost the position when you just drove over the curve and then lost the position. I wondered what happened there.
Yeah, so actually there's 2 warnings that, well, I don't know if you guys are going to let me remove them or not, but basically with me and Sam, when I went around the outside of, I can't remember, we're going into the 3rd sector or midway through the 3rd sector, we kind of hit and my car slid off the track, and that gave me a warning. And then when I was with Chalkers, that also gave me a warning when he went through or whatever. I can't really remember what happened, but there's 2 warnings there. If they don't get removed, then I guess it's fine. It's still 2nd place, but I'm still going to try and get that 1st place.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, of course. And like I say, obviously, we do remove warnings, as you know. And 5 second penalties whenever. Obviously, the only thing it'll be decided by the admins, of course. And with there being late safety car, it is always hard as well because, like I say, Bill pulled out, I think 2.7 seconds as well. So when there's late safety cars, it does make it annoying for removing penalties. It's really awkward,
in the last,
especially
mate.
because if let's say a Sloth had a 5 second penalty to be removed, he'd jump from 12th, not even in the race, the whole race, and he'd be on the podium if he had his removed. And that's where it is a little iffy when it gets removed late on, for removing late on. But we'll have a look, obviously, and everyone will know the outcome, of course, pretty soon. But yeah, great race here again, Black Box, where it's first or second, extending his lead in the standings. And yeah, Crazy Bill, last word for you, mate. Spain next week. Looking forward to that.
Not really. Not really.
Well, you'll hear Bill on Thursday commentating for the championship. We'll switch roles. He'll commentate on me crashing out again. Hopefully not. But yeah, that'll do us for today. What a fantastic race that was. I think we only saw one incident between two drivers, and that was in the first lap. So what a race. And yeah, we'll catch you next week. Well, back for League 1 and League 2. Hopefully for more of the same. But the Champions League drivers tonight have shown that they can actually put on a good race with not so many DNFs. So, and thanks to the so many drivers that were reserving as well. Really saved us today as well. Thank you all, and we'll see you. Well, you'll see me next week. Good night.